All right, what's up, everybody? What a freaking day in Sharks territory, huh? I'm Aaron James, and welcome to this watch along party where the San Jose Sharks will be taking on the Colorado Avalanche in their final game of a very extensive road trip, a 7-game road trip that started back at the end of February. And honestly, I don't have a starting lineup for you tonight because who knows who's going to be in the lineup tonight. So many freaking trades went down today. And I will briefly kind of cover them and reflect on said trades. However, you out there who follow Shark City Hockey already know that tomorrow morning we're going to be doing our trade deadline show. I'm going to be 100 with you. I already expected that the Sharks were going to get the majority, if not all, of their trade deadline transactions completed before the actual 12 p.m. Pacific time deadline tomorrow on Friday. And that seems to be the case. I mean, honestly, we'll see what happens. A lot of names are being thrown out in rotation. However, those that have already been confirmed to move, just waiting on details, are, top line defender Jake Wallman. That's, probably the most shocking, in my opinion, is Jake Wallman. But hey, it is what it is. Luke Cunning's name has been thrown out there. Obviously, Nico Sturm officially was moved today. And then, Mario Ferraro's name is also in rotation. So who knows? Maybe the San Jose Sharks will kind of, spare us a little bit of anxiety or agony for those of you who love those players, or give us a chance to kind of like digest everything that went down today, or maybe they'll just rip the Band-Aid off completely and get all their moves done before tomorrow morning. But either way, I want to invite you all out there to join us still tomorrow morning. So that's going to be a 9 a.m. Pacific time start for Shark City Hockey's first ever trade deadline live show. I'll be joined by Tyler Castillo and Mike Hahn because this show is being presented to you by the guys down at Frostbitten, an official and flagship podcast of Shark City Hockey here. So, man, I mean, first and foremost, before I move on any further, I already see that we have over 70 live viewers joining us tonight. I want to say a quick shout to all of you and invite you to actually, drop your comment in the comment section. Doesn't matter if you're joining us on Twitch, if you're joining us on YouTube, or right here on X, formerly known as Twitter. Live example right now. What's up, everyone? What's up, everybody? Boom. Doesn't matter where you at. If you are on X, on YouTube, or on Twitch, you can drop your take, drop your reaction, drop your free therapy session, whatever you want to call it. But there it is. You can see that we got it on Twitch and on YouTube and on X. So don't be shy. Otherwise, we have a rather extensive countdown show today. Of course, in ESPN fashion, they elect to push the Sharks game start time back. So we were expecting to see the puck drop at 6:30 as scheduled, but it looks like we're going to have to wait a little longer, which is cool because that gives us some time to, again, digest all the moves that have been going on today. So I'm looking at almost 100 already. Man, you guys are pouring in. And I don't blame you. So, we might as well just kind of briefly touch up on all the moves that went down earlier today. Wow. 100. Thank you all. That was probably the quickest to 100 we've ever gotten on this show right off the bat. So thank you for everybody out there joining us today. And again, helping us at Shark City Hockey maintain that title of the top trending live show delivered by diehard Sharks fans for Sharks fans that bleed Teal. It's been an eventful day, man. I mean, you might as well go to the gram. If you're not following us on Instagram, you can do so at Shark City Hockey. That's home to all of our original content. But, dude, I mean, it's a lot to digest. It all started this morning when the San Jose Sharks announced that they acquired a 2026 fourth round pick from the Florida Panthers in exchange for Nico Sturm. And let me just share this with you here really quick. Pardon me as I do this on the fly. Hopefully the gram lets me do it. Bam. All right. So this all really started out with the, I think an obvious trade. A lot of fans anticipated that Nico Sturm held the highest trade value amongst the entire Sharks roster after Mikhail Granlund and Mackenzie Blackwood were dealt away. So Nico Sturm being sent away wasn't a shocker. Honestly, fourth round pick in exchange for Nico Sturm and a seventh round pick, which all of us here in Sharks territory know that could have equated to a Joe Pavelski-esque player. Just kidding. Kind of a little bit of a letdown. If it would have been a fourth for Nico Sturm right away, then that would have been great. But the fact that we had to give away a seventh round pick, and I know, in retrospect, the value of a seventh round pick isn't that isn't that steep. It's not like we're falling deep in the draft. But long story short is I was kind of hoping it to be for an even exchange. Not too happy with the fact that we had to give up a seventh round pick, but I mean, Mike Grier is continuing his masterclass. So who am I to say anything about what he does on the trade block, except thank you. Thank you for making Sharks hockey essentially more interesting and perhaps securing the future here, for years to come. After all, as we had shared earlier on our social media pages, I believe it's officially six draft picks, first round draft picks, assuming that the compensation reported for Jake Wallman actually goes through as being a first round pick for compensation. Right now it's being labeled as conditional, so it can be a conditional first round pick. We've seen the likes of that with the Erik Karlsson trade at one point. Now that was a little bit different. They had the choice to elect to use it on a different draft year, but we did see that with the whole Timo Meier trade as well. But nonetheless, if the draft pick compensation for the Jake Wallman trade to the Edmonton Oilers does in fact equate to a first rounder, that would be 6 first round draft selections acquired via trade by general manager Mike Grier since he was named the GM of the San Jose Sharks in July of 2022. So it's no surprise here, okay? So I know for a few seasons, the San Jose Sharks were very wary of going down the path of announcing the franchise being in a rebuild stage. It seems as if that's how do I say this properly? It seems as if they are no longer kind of shying away from, calling it what it is, especially when you have a team that, again, are finding themselves at the bottom, in the basement of the standings in the National Hockey League. So a couple of months ago, Mike Grier addressed a selection of fans, a few of the season ticket holders at the Shark Tank, and he pretty much called it how it is. Like, you know what? They're in this for the long haul, so he's going to do what he has to help put the Sharks' future in a better position to win. What's the end game here? The Stanley Cup, right? With that being said, again, it's going to be pretty much a pure reaction show as we count down the opening face-off here for the Sharks versus Avalanche. But essentially, I get some fans out there, it's like it kind of, and I'll just be real with you, okay? It kind of sucks to see, veterans kind of devalued here in San Jose, and essentially, no issue with trading away veterans for draft picks. On that note, I completely understand why fans are saying if they're not named Macklin Celebrini, Will Smith, William Eklund, and such, then there should be no attachments, right? So I completely get both sides of the argument, both sides of the coin. me personally in favor for retaining veteran leadership is, you get guys like Granlund, Blackwood, and Wallman. They come to San Jose and they ball out. They look to provide some stability. They look to provide something to build around or build upon. And just the fact of the matter is this, these are great acquisitions and great players. And they did a fantastic job, all three of those guys I just named, redefining their careers while wearing Teal. I mean, if you look at Granlund's path to San Jose, if you look at Wallman's path to San Jose, and if you look at Blackwood's path to San Jose, they essentially came from a situation in where their fan base or even their club gave up on them, right? And then they came over here and they turned their career around. And of course, Mike Grier is able to flip it. I mean, these guys, they raised their trade value while being a member of the Sharks, and they did it on a squad that has been the worst team in the National Hockey League for almost 2 years in a row now. All right, so we'll see where the Sharks end in the standings, especially after all these moves today. But nonetheless, all that to say is these guys came and they were great, but they just were here at the wrong time. And by wrong time, I mean, the Sharks are in the midst of a rebuild. Now, to bring it back to the address that Mike Grier had with the season ticket holders at the Shark Tank a couple of months ago, he owned it. I think leading up to this season, specifically leading up to this season, the Sharks were really cautious about calling it a rebuild. They actually use phrase like retool, just a bunch of other things to say, hey, we're going all in on a rebuild. That's not the case this season. In fact, after the Blackwood trade, it seemed to be, like, hey, we are going to just blatantly tell fans that this is what we're going to do. Because, I mean, Blackwood being traded away, again, what he was looking for compensation and, where the Sharks are and what they have in mind for their future in net, it just didn't align. And the reason why I'm kind of focusing on Blackwood tonight is because guess what? The San Jose Sharks are going to be going up against their ex-goaltender yet again in Colorado right here in moments from now. But back to the point is oh man, I don't mean any disrespect on Alexander Georgiev, especially the last two games. I mean, he played back-to-back nights on Monday and Tuesday night, and he got both dubs. One of them went into a shootout against Toronto, and then, the Sharks balled out in Buffalo. And, he's playing his third consecutive game tonight. And, hopefully we get a dub. Some of you like to call these revenge games. Alexander Georgiev going into his ex-team, a team that pretty much gave him the boot, the fan base and everything, from my understanding. All right, to just put it bluntly, right? Here's an opportunity for him to go in there and perhaps show the league and our team right now, fan base, what he's worth, because he's on a contract year. And let's face it, the Sharks already dealt away Vitek Vanacek. Alexander Georgiev is now our undisputed starting goaltender. For those of you who want to know why Yaroslav Askarov is in it, if you're not familiar with what's going on in Sharks territory or you just forgot, he is currently still dealing with a lower body injury. It's not serious, but he is in the AHL with the San Jose Barracuda, which is a place I assume he will remain. So Georgi Romanov has been called up. He'll be the backup tonight. And Alexander Georgiev is going to get a chance to, maybe have a redemption game in front of his old, fan base, in front of his old team, in front of the old rink that he used to play on. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, wow, what a freaking day in Sharks territory. Anyways, quick reminder, everybody, if you want to chime in, if you want to drop a comment, you could do so by dropping a comment in the chat function on X, YouTube, or on Twitch, wherever you're chiming in from today. Normally, I would not go too much into transactions on a countdown show, but given that it's the trade deadline season and that the Sharks game has been pushed back to at least another 23 minutes from now. It should have been starting 3 minutes from now. We might as well react to it. I mean, it's real, right? It's happening and it's raw. All right. So, to finish up my thoughts on the vets and Sharks trading away veterans for, future players, I got to say, first and foremost, it does kind of blow, but in many ways, like I was trying to get at earlier, they're not shying away from this being a rebuild. And in fact, I believe Mike Greer kind of like let it be known that, expect this type of direction. I don't know about necessarily game plan or approach to, like how they're going to treat their vets or, treat players that they are acquiring with like expiring contracts. But nonetheless, or, perhaps players that have contracts that aren't very team friendly now. But back to the point is, it seems as if the Sharks, with a lot of the deals that they're making, this rebuild, it's being kind of pushed further back. And I think that's the one thing that Sharks fans kind of are lightweight concerned about. Now, in Mike Greer, they trust, as they've been saying on social media, but I think the overall caution here, or, any cause for concern is like, at some point we're going to need veterans to play with these young guys. One, and two, at some point we need to retain talent. We can't just keep trading away for draft picks, because I think what most people are afraid of is a Buffalo situation here. Now, I highly doubt that will happen in San Jose. I mean, never say never. We have no idea what the future is in store for us, but we do know that the future is Teal. And at the very least, General Manager Mike Greer has came to San Jose in his past 2 years and took what was a pretty bleak situation with a lot of stars fizzling out, and has given Sharks territory a true, genuine reason to be excited and pumped up for San Jose hockey for the next couple of years or few years to come. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes down with the other guys who are rumored to be on the trade block. But officially, you got Jake Wallman, who was he was acquired for future considerations, and if it stands to be true, is being flipped for a first rounder and a potential prospect. So micro masterclass all the way. And you also have Nico Sturm, who we could kind of whatever on that 7th rounder, but nonetheless, Nico Sturm's officially out. Luke Cunningham supposedly is in play. He is being held out tonight for trade related reasons. So there's no reason to believe that he will not be dealt away. From my understanding, he will be out of the lineup. And again, please forgive me for not having an opening projected line for tonight's show, because quite frankly, who knows? Who freaking knows, man, with the way the Sharks have been making deals today. So let me take a quick breath here and let me load up some music here. After all, this is a watch party. And by the way, if you're new to the program, I'm Aaron James, creative at Shark City Hockey, your go-to source for San Jose Sharks fandom. Thank you for joining me tonight here. We're about to do a live watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action as the San Jose Sharks are going to be finishing up the road trip in Colorado against the Avs. I think it's about time we kind of go into that segment, but let me just first, continue as usual here with our regular scheduled programming. But just to quickly just touch up on the other trades that went down yesterday. San Jose Sharks did acquire Patrick Giles from the Panthers in exchange for Vitek Vanacek, and they also acquired defenseman Vincent Descharnes from the Penguins for a 2028 5th-round pick. Those are two big boys, I believe. For Patrick Giles, he's 6'5", 218 pounds. Now he's directly reporting to the Barracuda from what I've read. And then you got Vincent Descharnes, which a lot of people felt that since they've acquired him, it means that a defender's on a move. I think a lot of people anticipated that defenseman would have been Mario Ferraro. I don't think anybody anticipated it would have been Jake Wallman. So the gritty is gone. You know what I'm saying? As quick as he arrived, honestly, he's been a pleasure. We've been covering him all season long. I've been saying it just like I did with Mackenzie Blackwood, undisputed starter. He came here, San Jose, and he took that starting role. And, best of luck to you, man. The only thing that you could really the only thing I can really be grateful for with General Manager Mike Grier is that he's at least sending these guys to places where they'll have opportunities to actually play, some competitive hockey and play in quote unquote meaningful games. And I hate to even use that sentiment when talking about Sharks hockey, because the last thing I want to do here, being a diehard Sharks fan, is say that we play in meaningless games. But, for those of you who are, watching Tankathon on the regular, and for those of you who are hoping that the San Jose Sharks can end up with a first round overall draft selection again for the second year in a row, then, right now you guys are ecstatic. You're celebrating. You're blowing the roof off of the house. And, I feel you on that. But back to the Charnes, 6'7". I mean, dang, man. We have kind of been struggling on the defensive depth. Now, a lot of our star defenders are either still developing in the CUDA or are in the OHL. We're waiting for them to age out because Mike Grier doesn't just hand out main roster spots. They must be earned. There is a rite of passage to the Sharks roster here in San Jose. But, man, to add these two guys, these two huge players, I mean, we're going to have some bulk, and we'll wait and see. With Patrick Giles going to the CUDA, I would assume that means, we'll get some of a vet perhaps making his way up from the CUDA to fill in. I imagine that the Charnes will definitely be on the main roster. As a matter of fact, I know that he will not be in the game tonight. He will not be meeting with the San Jose Sharks in Colorado. He is, however, going to be wearing the number 5 for Team Teal. So that's always exciting. To see these guys, go from, their prospective club and come right away to try to make an impact in San Jose. All right. Now that I finished all that up, thank you guys and everyone who's joined us to play some music here. All right, here we go. After Tuesday night clinic in Buffalo, we had almost half the roster on a cold streak. Not the case anymore, baby. We have a lot of players officially on a hot streak here for the San Jose Sharks, starting with William Eklund. He has 4 points in his last 3 games, a goal and 3 assists. Will Smith, he has 2 goals and 2 assists. That's 4 points in his last 3 games. As a matter of fact, Will Smith has 7 points in his last 5 games. He is on a hot streak. Tyler Toffoli officially on a burner. He's 4 points in the last 3 games, 3 goals and an assist. You have Alexander Wenberg, 3 assists in his past 3 games. Shakir Mukhamadullin finally gets hot with 3 assists in his last 3 games, and he is Klim Kostin got 2 assists in his last 2 games played. Some players to watch tonight against the Colorado Avalanche for the San Jose Sharks. Pretty much 3 guys I just mentioned, with Will Smith 7 points in the last 5, Tyler Toffoli 3 goals in the last 5, Alexander Wenberg 5 assists in his last 5. But let's talk about players and how they perform historically. You have Tyler Toffoli, who in the last 3 years against the Colorado Avalanche has 8 points in 9 games. That's 6 goals and 2 assists. William Eklund has 6 games played against the Colorado Avalanche, in which he has 2 goals and an assist, 3 points. All right, so those are my 2 guys to watch. Now, Colorado, man, they are 36-24-2 in comparison to the Sharks' 17-37-9 record. They are coming in here hot. In the last 10 games, they're 7-3-0, including a 3-game winning streak. They're hot offensively and defensively. Nathan McKinnon has 6 points in his last 5 games. Arturi Lekkonen has 3 goals in his last 5. Kel McCarr has 5 assists in his last 5 games. Offense and defense for the Avs is ridiculously hot. All right. The confirmed goaltender, of course, for the Sharks, Alexander Georgiev, which is going to be really, really amazing. And then Mackenzie Blackwood for the Colorado Avalanche. Georgiev is 12-19-1. with the 3.54 goals against average and a .879 save percentage. He has won his last 2 starts, however, so some quality starts for Alexander Georgiev. And then with Mackenzie Blackwood, I mean, 22, 16, and 5 this season, 2.49 goals against, .916 save percentage, including 3 shutouts this year. It's going to be really interesting to see, Georgiev in Devner tonight. Now, this is the final game between these 2 squads. The San Jose Sharks, unfortunately, are not, not faring very well against this Avalanche team. They are 0-2 against the Colorado Avalanche this year. This will be the final game of the season series. They previously met on October 20th, in which the Avs won 4-1, and then again on December 19th, in which the Avs won 4-2. Both of those victories for the Avalanche came in San Jose. So this is the only game this season in which the Sharks are playing against the Colorado Avalanche in the Mile High City. And, for us here in Shark City, we're hoping our hockey team can finally get that elusive dub against this Devner squad. Now, historically speaking, let's jump into the history here. All right. When the San Jose Sharks are going against Colorado Avalanche, now this right here is only the regular season. We're not talking about playoffs because we know that there's some history at the playoffs there. Some new history and some old history. Now, if you're an old-time Sharks fan like me, you remember going up against, that super squad back in 03, 04, Forsberg, Sackett, Solani, Correa, Foote, so on and so forth, right? They even had Bob Boudreaux in that team, I think. Anyways, and then, the Sharks, they upset them that year at that between the legs goal with Jonathan Chichi the first year that Patrick Marleau was the captain. My bad. Let me stop reminiscing. Let's go back into, right now. This is the 118th all-time regular season game between the Colorado Avalanche and the San Jose Sharks. All-time, the Sharks are 47, 56, 5, and 9 against Colorado. Now let's dive a little bit deeper here into the Pacific, and let's see how the San Jose Sharks do how they fare while they play in Denver, Colorado. So we're going to only talk about, let's see. Should I try to math? Should I try some math right now? How about we just stick to what's current? The Ball Arena, okay? In this specific venue, the current home of the Colorado Avalanche, the San Jose Sharks are 14, 21, 3, and 6 in 44 games played here during the regular season. So this will be the 45th all-time regular season game that the Sharks have played in Ball Arena. And again, they are 14, 21, 3, and 6. So as you can see, historically, just like this season, the Colorado Avalanche has had the San Jose Sharks number. All right. 208 of you are watching right now. So let's update the viewer count and quick welcome to all of you. We are merely moments away from opening face-off. All right, we got some comments here. We got some people showing some love. Thank you, Alex, from YouTube. So from Iowa, Sharks fans from Iowa, welcome to the stream. Hello from Canada. What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another watch-along party from Shark City Hockey, where we have real-time reaction to the action. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitch, and of course, big shout out to the 2100 plus that support us on X, formerly known as Twitter. And for those of you who may be chiming in from the link on our Instagram page, quick shout out to all of you. We are looking at we are cruising towards 6,800 followers on Instagram as well. So appreciate all the love and support that you give to Shark City Hockey. And if you want to be a part of the community, I highly recommend following and chatting amongst yourselves or with me, your host, for tonight's watch along party. So, boy oh boy, what a good game we have in store tonight. The Sharks can officially get on a win streak. In their last 10 games, they're 2-5-3, but the last 2 games are victories for the Sharks. So that last game in Buffalo, man, Sharks were out freaking standing. Some players to watch tonight personally, not just statistically, but I'm going to be looking, of course, at Macklin Celebrini. Macklin Celebrini is, Sharks social media team, their marketing team are definitely trying to get behind him. Why wouldn't they? They are desperately trying to make sure that this guy is going to win the Calder Memorial Trophy. They're dubbing it hashtag Calderbrini. Now I got to give a shout out to Alan Hoshida from the Sharks home TV broadcasting crew. He was the first one that I seen dub that term. It's since been adopted by the San Jose Sharks and fans league wide. Hashtag Calderbrini. He has some good company, man. He has some great contenders. Most notably Lane Hudson, who I know a lot of fans out there in Montreal want to see that young defenseman get the trophy. But nonetheless, Macklin Celebrini, he's handling and he's making history, and he's doing it with less games. You already know the deal here. All right, so he's one of the players that I'll be watching tonight. I'm also interested in seeing again, I don't even know who's going to be in this damn lineup. As a matter of fact, if they're not in the lineup tonight, maybe we can lightweight get confirmation that they indeed will be on the move. Now, we know Luke Cunnin is not going to be in the lineup for trade-related reasons. So if Mario Ferraro is not in the lineup tonight, then, there it is, right? I mean, absolutely. So some quick news. Alexander Wenberg is wearing an alternate captain's patch. This is coming from Curtis Pachuca on X. Alexander Wenberg is now wearing an alternate captain's patch for the San Jose Sharks. All right, so this is from Shang Pang on X. Sharks warm-up lines. And again, put an asterisk next to this because who knows if this will change. But as of right now, the lines are as follows. First line, Willem Eklund, Alexander Wenberg, newly dubbed alternate captain San Jose. I imagine he's taking the A from Sturm. He was our alternate captain. Now, we all know the Sharks have almost half a dozen captains in absence of their actual captain, Logan Couture, and they rotate him road and home. Captains are alternates. But nonetheless, you have Willem Eklund, Alexander Wenberg, and Tyler Toffoli on the first line. Fabian Zetterlund, Macklin Celebrini, and Will Smith. Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith have been cooking. They've been cooking together. They literally have. In fact, they both have over 30 points this season, which is like the third or fourth time that's happened in Sharks history. So, I mean, the future's looking bright right now. Colin Graff, who's really overdue. I mean, he's been impressive with his gameplay. He's overdue for some points here, man. Looking for him to get a goal. He got himself an apple, got himself a goal. His first goal back when the Sharks were at home prior to the whole Four Nations All-Star break. But, definitely looking to see that kid, get what he's due here. So third line is Colin Graff, Ty Dellandrea, Clint Constant. And your fourth checking line is Carl Grundstrom, Barclay Goodrow, and just activated today and playing tonight is Nikolai Kovalenko. All right, so that's your Sharks forward lineup going into this game against Colorado Avalanche. Your defensive pairings are as follows. Mario Ferraro and Shakir Mukhamadullin are on that starting lineup. The fact that Ferraro is in the game tonight, just maybe is an indication that he's going to stay in San Jose. A lot of people didn't expect him to move, just like a lot of people didn't even consider Mark-Edward Vlasic with that $7 million contract, that AAV being moved. But who knows? Anything can happen tomorrow, right? Trade deadline ain't done until 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But that first line, Mario Ferraro and Shakir Mukhamadullin, Mook making his way back up to the top defensive pairing. Mark-Edward Vlasic and Timothy Liljegren are your second defensive pairing. And you got Jimmy Schultz coming through. Jimmy Schultz, I believe, is called up from CUDA. And then you have Jack Thompson. That right there is your third defensive pairing. Of course, Alexander Georgiev is getting the start in net. Your confirmed starter for the San Jose Sharks. I was kind of hoping to see Romanov play. But now, remembering that Georgiev, being the netminder involved in that trade for Blackwood is, returning back to Denver. It'd be nice to see him get a little bit of, as they like to say, revenge game, for the Sharks. All right, so let's update the viewer count. We're looking at 215 strong. Welcome to Shark City Hockey's Watch Along Party. We are patiently, anxiously waiting for this game to start. Should have begun 17 minutes ago. There's 17 seconds remaining in the game that's being nationally televised today. So the Sharks are going to be on ESPN, not ESPN Plus. So Sharks fans, if you got a cable subscription, you can still watch the game. You don't have to worry about going to an app. It is going to be on ESPN, and it should be starting shortly. So with that being said, let's officially begin our Watch Along Party show. All right, let's do this. I seen a little discrepancy on that opening graphic. It is what it is, man. It's been a long day trying to keep up with all this stuff. Welcome to Shark City Hockey's presentation of Thursday night hockey. San Jose Sharks are facing off against the Colorado Avalanche. And, man, it's going to be exciting to see how this team responds. I imagine that it will impact the players. Earlier today, a photo was circling around social media of William Eklund, Will Smith, and Mackenzie Breen, I believe it was, chatting it up on the bench with Mackenzie Blackwood during the warm-ups this morning. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be affected by some of the guys that are not in the lineup tonight. Again, your lines are Eklund, Wenberg, Toffoli, Zetterlund, Celebrini, Smith, Graf, Dellandrea, Kostin, Grundstrom, Goodrow, Kovalenko, Ferraro, Mukamadulin, Vlasic, Liljegren, and Schultz with Thompson. All right, so it's going to be interesting to see if this team is going to get cooked or if they can continue their winning ways and officially go on a winning streak here as the Sharks are entering this game on back-to-back victories on Monday and Tuesday night. Now, of course, in the last 10 games, the Sharks are 2-5-3. They come in with the 25th ranked power play at 18.8% against the 14th ranked power play at Colorado, 22.9. Sharks penalty kills 24th, 75.5. Colorado's 14th, 80.1. Goals for per game for the Sharks, 2.62 for the 29th ranked in the league. And all that really doesn't matter right now because we about to go live with this game. So puck's about to drop. Let's do this. All right, just a quick reminder for those of you who may be new here, and welcome to everybody. I appreciate you all coming through tonight. This is not a live stream of the game, nor is it play-by-play. This is just a watch-along and real-time reaction to the action as the San Jose Sharks are about to take open face-off against the Colorado Avalanche. Now, every now and then, I'll be real with you. I might drop a little commentary just to keep everyone on the same flow. And quick disclaimer, what we present to you on our live game action tracker here can potentially be anywhere between 15 to 20 seconds ahead of the party that we're watching along with each other, the broadcast we watch along with each other. Ooh, Colorado's starting off early. They are not playing around, dude. All right, Colin Graff is battling with, looks like Delandria down there at the half wall. Sharks are able to win that puck. Ooh, nice backhand attempt to Graff from Delandria in the trapezoid, feeding it in the slot. Graff couldn't get to that puck cleanly. And wow, what a great zone entry by the Colorado Avalanche. Did they hit the post? No, that was a good save by Georgiev. Wow. They're coming out hot. But show, thank you to the 200 and like almost 50 of you out there joining us tonight. Final game between the Sharks and the Colorado Avalanche this season. Colorado leads the series 2-0. So far, only one shot on goal. That just happened moments ago by Nathan McKinnon. That was saved by Alexander Georgiev. So I know some of you Sharks fans out there right now probably wish that we could get the home broadcast team to cover, especially on a day like this. Just look at the draw for Sharks territory this year. It just seems to be like that's what happens. I remember, Macklin Celebrini's first game, the Sharks broadcast team was snubbed out of broadcasting that. And then, on a day that essentially changes the entire landscape of Sharks territory moving forward, we get to watch this game, on the national broadcast. But it is what it is, man. Glad to see our boys in Teal get some coverage across the country. Ooh! Will Smith did not see that pass hit the back of his skate. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Officially 250. Because of all you out there, this is the #1 trending live stream presented by Genuine Diehard San Jose Sharks fans or Bleeding Till Diehard Genuine Sharks fans. I'm Aaron James, your host of the watch party tonight. I'm also creative at Shark City Hockey, your go-to source for San Jose Sharks fandom. Georgiev makes another save. So far, 2 shots from each squad on net. Macklin Celebrini got the first shot. Carl Grunstrom got the second shot. For Colorado, you have Nathan McKinnon and Keaton Middleton. So a couple of shots in the first few minutes of this game between both squads. Colorado Avalanche win the face-off in the Sharks zone. And Ferraro is able to fight off the Colorado attacker and exit the zone. Unfortunately, he fell. I think the Sharks have a delayed power play coming up, so that's what's up, baby. Sharks get an opportunity to go on the man advantage shortly here. Tyler Toffoli crosses into the zone offside. Let's see what we got. Looks like Martin Nikas, number 88 for the Colorado Avalanche, is getting 2 minutes for hooking. Yeah, baby. You know what that means, right? It means Sharks are on the power play. Chomp, chomp, Sharks fans. You know the deal. Chomp, chomp. All right, so let's see what the power play unit looks like tonight without Jake Wallman. Sharks have Eklund, Celebrini, Toffoli, Wenberg, and Smith. So 5 forwards. It was usually 4 forwards and a defender for the power play. This first line is now 5 forwards. Eklund and Celebrini are working that puck near the right faceoff circle. Center to Toffoli, shot on goal, and that's saved by Blackwood. Eklund retrieves the rebound near the half wall. Eklund to Foley. Eklund down to Smith and trapezoid. Smith elects to Celebrini, but he loses the puck. Here comes a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Avs. Short-handed shot and goal. Wow. Wow. Short-handed goal for the Colorado Avalanche. They lead this game 1-0. Oh my gosh. Joel Kiviranta, number 94 for the Colorado Avalanche, gets his 12th goal of the season, shorthanded at 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Colorado leads this game 1-0. All right, still a minute left on the Sharks power play, so we still got time. Still got time. It ain't over yet. Oh, man. Definitely not the start we wanted to see here in Sharks territory. All right, Zetterlund wins the face-off. Nice feed to the point. You know what? I do like this angle from ESPN. I gotta give him that. I love that over-the-head angle. Give me a little bit more of that on the Sharks Own broadcast team. Please take note. Maybe not so high in a weird angle like that, but an overhead bird's eye view of the game is always sexy in my opinion. All right, 20 seconds left. Here comes Graffi into the Avalanche zone. Works the puck to the half wall. Avalanche easily get possession, clean that up, and they dump the puck, and that's going to do it. More than likely, that's it for the Sharks' first power play. Unfortunately, it's a shorthanded goal by the Avs. And great. San Jose is now going to get an opportunity to go on a penalty kill. Let's see if we can do what was done to us to score shorthanded. Ty Dellandrea gets called for slashing. Wow. Not the start, especially following this whole trade deadline. All these deals that went down, right? All right, Sharks gotta go to work on the PK here. All right, Avalanche is working. The power play unit is working the puck in the Shark zone right now. Yeah, baby. Miscommunication or just a mishap leads See the Sharks able to clear it all the way down. So Avs have to reset with about a minute remaining on this power play. And McKinnon's out there with Makar. Those are two guys we got to look out for tonight. Makar shoots and scores. As I said it, had to watch out for them. First two goals of the game are scored on special teams. Colorado's penalty kill unit and their power play unit give them an early 2-0 lead. Only 4 shots on goal for the Avalanche right now, and they already have a 2-0 lead. It's going to be a long night, Sharks fans. But it ain't over till it's over, and we're going to be here with you every moment of the way, every stride, baby. So, wow. Okay, so to call the guy a unicorn on the national broadcast team, that's what I'm talking about when ESPN. Anyways, it is what it is. All right. Here comes Celebrini, Zetterlund, and Will Smith. Sharks' second line is out there now following the power play goal against. Play a short shift and go for a change. I think we're going to get a TV timeout. We're almost halfway through this first period, and the Sharks already are trailing 1-2-0. My bad. Shorthanded goal and a power play goal. Damn, son. All right. That was tough. That was a tough start to the period, man. Got to say that for real. Like, that wasn't cool at all. I mean, it's not surprising when you don't have, some guys that are like anchors out there like Wallman, or reliable like Luke Cunnin and Sturm. Wow. What's crazy is that the Sharks have a 8-game homestand coming up to practically finish up the entire month of March. So after tonight, tomorrow's a trade deadline. Sharks will be back in San Jose, California, and they'll play 8 consecutive games at home. A healthy stretch in between each game, with the exception of next Tuesday's game against the Nashville Predators. The Sharks will play every game at home this month on Thursday or Saturday night. So it'll be interesting to see how the lineups change, because I imagine they will. I imagine that, we'll see some call-ups. You got guys like Bordelot and Gushin on the CUDA who are definitely pressing. I know a lot of us want to see Luca Caglioni come to the main roster. Luca Caglioni, he's good. He's one of the top 5 scorers, and he's a defenseman. First year with the CUDA, everyone knows that last year he scored 90 points in the WHL at the Portland Winterhawks. And he's one of the top 5 scorers on the CUDA. I don't know if he'll make it to the main roster. Maybe in April. I don't know about this month. I know he's dealing with an injury. He's got a chipped tooth. And they took a stick to the face last night as well. But he's playing. Don't get me wrong. But the Sharks might elect to preserve their young defenseman, their prospect, especially considering that they just called up Schultz. They just acquired Descharnes. Like, they got a couple of their veterans who are either career AHLers or they're kind of waiting their turn from the CUDA to make it onto the main roster, that I think Mike Greer and maybe Ryan Rosofsky will elect to kind of give them some game time. But it'll be interesting to see where the next 7 games or the next 8 games at home, for the remainder of the month. It'll be interesting to see, what direction the Sharks elect to go in when it comes to, a roster lineup. So all right. So whether you're, 270 live viewers at the moment across Twitch, YouTube, and of course here on X. Sharks are on the power play. Let's go. So Sharks are back on the power play. Teal got called for tripping against Costin at 8 minutes and 17 seconds of this first period. Here's the Sharks' second opportunity. Hopefully they don't get a repeat of what happened the first time. Shorthanded goal surrendered. Again, you got that 5-forward power play unit out there. Alexander Wenberg, the newly dubbed alternate captain, took Jake Wallman's spot. What a nice toe drag deke by Will Smith. Unfortunately, he was trying to feed Celebrini in the slot, and it was intercepted and cleared by the Colorado Avalanche penalty killers. But again, Alexander Wenberg slots in for Jake Wallman, who was traded today or announced to be traded. We're still waiting on the details of that compensation for the Sharks. But a 5-forward first power play unit for San Jose. All right. All right, so about a minute remains on this Sharks power play unit. Not a clean drop pass by Georgiev. That was dangerous. All right, here comes Graf now. Second line's out there. Klim Kostin, Graf, Zetterlund. Who else is down there with them? Looks like Kovalenko. Liljegren. Oh, man. All right, come on, Kovalenko. He fed Graf. It's getting a little sloppy out there, but the second unit clears it. Oh, what an attempt. Graf centered it, and Kovalenko had to, Klim Kostin have a chance to tip it in on top of the crease. Yeah, baby! Goal! Let's go! Sharks goal! Sharks get a goal on the power play, courtesy of Fabian Zetterlund. It's Fabian Zetterlund on TV, but he calls himself Fabian Zetterlund, so we're going to respect the pronunciation. Fabian Zetterlund gets his 17th goal of the season on the power play for the San Jose Sharks. 10 minutes and 8 seconds to the first period. It's now a 2-1 Colorado lead. So Sharks cut that lead in half. And someone is laying out on the ice. Who is that? Not for the Sharks, so you could breathe easy, Sharks fans. Hopefully that's not going to be a penalty. But nonetheless, Fabian Zetterlund gets his 17th goal of the season, pardon me, on the power play, 10 minutes and 8 seconds into the first period. Assisted by Colin Graff, his 5th assist of the season. And the Sharks are right back in this game. 2-1 Avs lead. We're midway, just a little bit over midway through the first period. Gotta love it, baby. Gotta love it. All right, TV timeout. Hope you all enjoyed that custom goal song, courtesy of yours truly here at Shark City Hockey. I've been meaning to put together a goal song. I think last season we had the goal horn at the minimum, but you know, so happy to share that. I was actually getting a little concerned. I was like, man, with everything that's going down today, I hope that we're able to find the back of the net. And the Sharks were able to do it. It took them 5 shots to finally beat Mackenzie Blackwood. Another reason why I was worried about getting the goal tonight. Obviously, you know, Blackwood's amazing, man. But yeah, Fabian Zetterlund at 9 minutes and 52 seconds into that first period. Well, technically the 9-minute and 52 second mark. Technically 10 minutes and 8 seconds into the first period, give or take. It's the same thing. 17th goal of the season, power play goal. Colin Graff, fifth assist, pardon me, of the season. So I love it. I love it. All right, so they're talking about the whole sleepover, Tyler Toffoli, Will Smith, and Macklin Celebrini. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's just clout. I don't know if it's cap or if that's real. If it's real, then that's cool. It's whatever. Who's taking the picture, right? Who's taking that picture? Anyways. I think Toffoli's just, you know, great addition, right? That's all it comes down to. He's just been a great addition this season, helping these young men, you know, transition into, you know, playing professional hockey in the National Hockey League, right? So, but yeah, Colin Graff, man, I've been saying he's been working. I said at the top of our program that he was working during our face-off countdown show. He's been looking good out there, and he was due for a point. Well, he got the assist, the lone assist on that power play goal for for Fabian Zetterlund. So, Fabian Zetterlund, pardon me. So that was nice. Nice to see that hard work get paid off, man. All right. About 8 minutes remaining in this first period here. Got some chats, some comments and chats. Pardon me as I've been watching the game. I get lost in it. Said, what's up, Shark City? Your thoughts on the departure of Nico Sturm? I think he kind of... oh, man. Too soon. Too soon. I think he was what most of the veterans were here in Sharks territory over the last few seasons. We'll say even dating back to the Bob Boughner days. So the Boogeyman or David Quinn, and now his first year head coach Ryan Rosofsky. A lot of the vets are just NHL ready, right? They have gone through it. They know what it's like to be on the road, to play a long, you know, not all 82 games, but to go through that 82 game season. A lot of the guys, you know, it took them a while to get to where they're at this point. Now, not everyone can be Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith and, you know, start and have fantastic rookie seasons. As a matter of fact, it did take Will Smith a little bit. You know, had to go on a development plan in order to, you know, get to where he's at right now, right? like he's starting to heat up. But what I think about Luke Cunningham is that he provided, for the most part, consistency. Now, is that consistency going to be flair? Is it going to be like, outstanding, plays, like highlight reel plays? More than likely, no. But, when it comes to like not being ran over or being run all over on the rink, when it comes to, like maybe playing in key situations, whether that's being a bottom six forward on the checking line, or on a PK unit, in the face-off dot, that's where I think that's where the Sharks coaching staff found the value in someone like him over somebody that still needs a little bit more seasoning and potentially is like on the CUDA roster. All right, so that's how I feel about some of these vets, that especially the bottom six vets that we've seen kind of just come and go throughout the couple years here. But to say he sucked, I think is a little too much. I mean, to each their own. I'm not going to come over here and tell you that he was the best thing to ever happen in Teal, but I think that he obviously was in that spot for a reason, and not to say that anyone else that was in that spot that could have been called up and put into that position wasn't better. Just simply put, that he was the best selection for the coaching staff, and I'm throwing it on the coaching staff, right? Because as a fan, I could tell you who I would rather have in there, right? But for the coaching staff, he was obviously the best selection for the squad. All right. Got someone say, "Let's go Sharks. Let's go, buddy. Let's go." Was it a good trade? Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. We were able to get some draft capital out of it, right? So I did kind of say I didn't care for sending them a 7th rounder on top of a forward. But the Sharks did get a 4th round selection, and that's pretty solid in my opinion. It'll probably be a depth pick. Who knows? It might even be a potential like diamond in the rough, or it could be used as leverage for a future money Mike Greer move. But overall, it was a good trade because, let's be real, Sturm, and we've been mentioning this on this program right here on this platform with Shark City Hockey, also especially on our flagship podcast, Frostbitten, that he held the highest trade value for the San Jose Sharks for guys that we absolutely knew were on the trade block. It was obvious that Sturm and even the likes of like Luke Cunningham and anyone else that is a pending unrestricted free agent this season, the front office has not engaged in any negotiations or talks with them, contract talks. So it was pretty obvious that he was on his way out. And out of the remaining Sharks players that we were aware were on the block, he held the highest trade value after Granlund and Blackwood. So to me, Blackwood was number 1, Granlund was number 2, and then Luke Cunningham was number 3. Or excuse me, Nico Sturm, pardon me, number 3. Now, on that note, had we all known Jake Wallman was on the trade block, then he would be, right up there with like, Blackwood and Granlund, right? So I think overall it's a good trade. We got a great return. And when you think about it, it's a potential, building block in the rebuild efforts for someone that we were essentially going to lose in free agency anyways, right? So absolutely masterclass, as they say, by general manager Mike Greer. That's Zach Croft from X saying, "Hello, dude. What's up, dude?" All the way from True North, Zach Croft. What's up from Shark City over here on the West Coast? All right, let's take a peek at our live viewer count here. But really quick, before you go on any further, Fabian Zetterlund's goal. Last we left off, not much went on. I mean, there's been some back and forth 200-foot hockey, but Fabian Zetterlund got the Sharks goal on the power play, 17th of the year. Colin Graff got his 5th assist, and he's had an assist in consecutive games. So, Colin Graff, man, I'm telling you, he's been getting fired up, man. He's been sizzling lately. All right. $275 live viewers. Thank you guys so much. I see that some of you have elected to follow us on X. I super appreciate that. I'm also going to invite you guys while we have a little downtime here. I'm inviting you guys to join us tomorrow morning. I will go a little bit more in depth in the trades along with Mike Hahn and Tyler Castillo. We're going to have an early start tomorrow, and we're going to stay live until maybe an hour past the trade deadline here. So tomorrow we are doing our first ever trade deadline show. Okay, we'll be live from 9 a.m. Damn, I'm going to have to wake up and get some coffee. But we'll be up from 9 a.m. Pacific time until 1 p.m. to cover any big splashes made during the trade deadline day. And of course, we'll also go a little bit more in depth. You'll get to hear from Mike Hahn, Tyler Castillo, my co-host on Frostbitten, the Sounds of Sharks podcast, which, by the way, this live NHL trade deadline show is being presented by Frostbitten. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, I highly recommend it. We've had the honor to be graced by Randy Hahn and Luca Caglioni this season. A lot of moving parts going on with the Sharks this year, so all we can do is hope that we could get some more special guests for y'all. But Tyler Castillo, Mike Hahn, great hockey fans, great hockey IQ. You'll get to hear their chance. Get to hear a chance for them to talk puck and talk about and react to these Sharks trades tomorrow as well. And then, hey, it ain't over until 12 p.m., baby. And then you still got transactions that got to trickle through and be finalized. So just because the Sharks made moves now doesn't mean it's over yet. I mean, after all, we do know that Luke Cunnin is being held out tonight for trade deadline reasons. Supposedly Mario Ferraro name is popping up. So we'll have to wait and see what goes down tomorrow. But right now, we're gonna focus a little bit more back on this game. Sounds like Sharks get their third power play of the first period, third power play of the game. Face-off is won by Eklund. That 5-forward power play unit: Wenberg, Eklund, Smith, Toffoli, and Celebrini are out there right now. Here comes Smith. Ooh, I love the way that they're pressing. Oh, Toffoli just missed Celebrini's stick on that cross-crease pass. Woo, Celebrini just missed. Hey, these Sharks are looking pretty solid, man. For almost being gutted today for the trade deadline. They're looking pretty damn good, if I must say. Oh, man. Turnover by Kovalenko allows the Avs come 3-on-2 shorthanded. You get ready to watch out. That's how you got scored on the first time. Man, Avs are looking to have their way right now on this PK. All right, 19 seconds remaining on this Sharks power play. And we have 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this first period. So, quick reminder for those of you who join us regularly, and PSA for those of you who are here for the first time, we will have an intermission report following the first buzzard of that first period. And It consists of the following. We review the box score. We review the face-off battles. We'll go into the scoring. And we'll take a look around the league and check out scores from other games going down in the National Hockey League on this Thursday night. So Colorado does kill off that penalty. Sharks are 1-3 tonight on the power play. I was about to say PK. So 33% right now for the Sharks on the power play unit. Quick shout out to everybody that's dropping a comment in the chat. Another reminder, if you're watching us on X, YouTube, or Twitch, you can do so. Good save by Georgiev, baby. I don't think he knew we were away. That bounced back. That puck bounced up and back. What do we got here? Don't tell me it's another Sharks penalty. Dude, Ty Dellandrea took his second penalty of the game. So Ty Dellandrea got called at 5 minutes and 53 seconds earlier for slashing. And now he's getting called for roughing. He threw his shoulder into the head of Colorado Avalanche's Ryan Lindgren. So with 1 minute and 22 seconds remaining in this period, Sharks are going to have to kill it off and potentially, start the second period on the PK as well. So not the best way to end this period. And Ty Dellandrea, man, what's going on, brother? Second penalty in this period. Yeah, I gotta win. I can tell they ain't wanna surround. They ain't gotta say it. Been doing this a long time. I put that on my mama head. Game recognized, game 280 of you are joining me right now. 280 plus are joining me right now for this live watch along party, and I just want to say a big shout out and thank you to everybody. Thank you for joining me and making Shark City Hockey's premium live streams the #1 training live streams in Sharks territory. Here come the Sharks short-handed, 2-on-1. Ooh! Goodrow tried to center a pass to Graf. Now the Sharks have a 3-on-2 coming the other way. Ooh! Shot goes wide for the Avs. Sharks trying to answer back with the PK, with the short-handed goal. They surrendered one earlier. Seconds remaining in this first period. Seconds remaining. All right. Sharks almost done. Sharks trying to escape. McKinnon to Lehkonen to Drew, and is wide open on the left side post. Wide open net. And with 2.1 seconds remaining, the freaking Avs take a 3-1 lead. Wow. Sharks look like they're about to escape this first period, but Nathan McKinnon just not only retrieves the puck, but he challenges for space. The Sharks electing to play a small box, just kind of standing still and watching, really. You got Eklund Ferraro out there. I didn't see the other two. But long story short is small box penalty kill formation on the slot, standing still, not challenging for any of the space in the ice. And that allowed the Avalanche power play unit to essentially press them all the way into their own high danger zone into the slot. and they're able to just cleanly pass that puck through to the left side of Alexander Georgiev, and they beat him. So, wow. 4 goals in this first period, and they all happen on special teams. 2 power play goals for the Avalanche, a power play goal for the Sharks, a shorthanded goal for Colorado, and right now it's a 3-1 lead for the Avs after 20 minutes. Jonathan Drouin just got his 8th goal of the year, assisted by Lehkonen, his 12th assist of the season, and Nikas his 49th assist of the year to give the Colorado Avalanche a 3-1 lead with 19 minutes and 57 second mark, or 2.5 seconds remaining in that first frame. All right, we got someone in the chat. Let's see what people got to say. Oh, we just got someone spamming. It's all good. All right. Let's do the intermission, baby. Let's do that hockey. Oh, man. Can't believe the Sharks gave up a goal right there. Oopsie day. Time out. Let me edit something really quick. My fault, man. It's been a long, long day. Covering all the Shark stuff, man. What a day. All right. Quick reminder that if you want to chat it up amongst yourselves, or with yours truly, I'm Aaron James, creative at Shark City Hockey, and your host for tonight's Watch Along Party. You can do so by dropping a comment on whichever platform you're joining us on tonight. I'll highlight said comment as long as it's lightweight appropriate. And, as they say here in Sharks territory, till together, we can do exactly that. It ain't over till it's over, so even though the Sharks surrendered a late power play goal against, that doesn't mean that this game is already wrapped up. We got 40 minutes of hockey left, and I'm looking forward to spending it with all of you out there who are joining me tonight. So big shout out and thank you to, let's see, the 280 plus members, all you hockey fans out there joining me tonight. I really appreciate you coming through and supporting our live stream here. All right, so let's just do one more thing and get the color scheme correct. Let's see. We got to get that Abs burgundy in the background, you know what I'm saying? All right, and it's ready for y'all. Let's do this. Now we're ready for the intermission report. All right, so as we all seen moments ago, the Sharks did surrender another goal against. So right now the Abs lead after one period, 3-1. It's all good, man. It's all good. We ain't worried about it yet. Every goal, there's been 4 goals in that first period, and every single one of them was a special teams goal. We'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll break down each goal in just a second. First, let's start off with the game stats, specifically the box score here. So shots on goal as it stands right now. This is coming out of NHL.com. Sounds like Sharks have 9 shots on goal. The Colorado Avalanche have 14. Sharks have won 48% of their faceoffs tonight. The Avs, obviously, with 52. Avs are 100% on the power play. We just witnessed that moments ago. So they're 2 for 2 tonight. The Sharks are 1 for 3 hits. It's been a quiet game. We'll see if the physicality picks up a little bit later, but 6 hits for the Sharks, 7 for the Avs, 4 block shots for San Jose, 1 for the Avs, 6 giveaways from the Sharks, 1 for the Avs, and 1 takeaway from San Jose, 3 takeaways for the Avs. All right, so we're going to dive into the face-off battles here. So let's do that quickly here. San Jose Sharks won 48% of the face-offs. That's 12 out of 25 total face-offs taken. During even strength, the Sharks have won 5 of 15 for 33%, 5 out of 8 while on their power play. They had 3 opportunities, so 63% of the power play faceoffs are being won. Unfortunately, only 1 conversion on power play goal for. And while shorthanded, the Sharks are 100% 2 for 2. Now let's break it down collectively as a team on how these faceoff battles are going down in each zone. In the offensive zone, the Sharks, whether it's on the power play, shorthanded, or even strength. So in all situations in the offensive zone, the Sharks are 5 for 10, 50% in the offensive zone, 3 for 7, 43% in the defensive zone, 4 out of 8, 50% in neutral zone. So grand total collectively as a team, Sharks have won 12 out of 25 now, 48%. Now let's break it down individually. Which Sharks players are contributing to the face-off win percentage? Klim Kostin is 1 for 1 tonight, 100%. Fabian Zetterlund is 100% as well. How about that? 2 for 2. Alexander Wenberg, the newly anointed alternate captain in Sharks territory, is 0 for 5. Oh, man. Barclay Goodrow is 50%, 2 for 4. Colin Graff got an assist, his 5th of the year. We're about to talk about goals in just a second. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Ty Dellandrea is 75% in the faceoff dot, 3 for 4. Macklin Celebrini, 29%, 2 for 7. And Tyler Toffoli, believe it or not, took a draw, and he's 1 for 1, 100%. Now let's talk about the goals. All right. Here are your game scores thus far in that first period. Everything, as I mentioned already, has been short-handed. Short-handed goals. Excuse me. Special teams goals. First one being scored against the Sharks, short-handed. Oh boy. Did not appreciate that goal against, so I'll probably briefly cover how this went down. But it was scored by Joel Kiviranta. Kiviranta's 12th goal of the season comes short-handed, and pretty much what happened is the Sharks were trying to operate, trying to set up their power play. Will Smith collected the puck in the Colorado's zone behind the goal line at the half wall, the top side or the right side of Mackenzie Blackwood. He sends it along the boards to the opposite half wall, Celebrini, who loses control of the puck, and that led to a 2-on-1, as in Kyle McCarr. 2-on-1 with Joel Kiviranta going up against Alexander Wenberg. Poor Alexander Wenberg, dude. Sorry, I'm laughing. Okay, so for Sharks fans, you already know that Jake Wallman. So when the Sharks on the power play, Jake Wallman is the guy that is usually the sole defenseman. The Sharks all season long have elected to go with 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. Tonight, that first power play unit is consisting of 5 forwards. Alexander Wenberg is slotted into Jake Wallman's spot on that power play unit. So we have 5 forwards, and on the first freaking power play opportunity, within the first few minutes of the game, Alexander Wenberg finds himself in a situation. So as I was mentioning, unfortunately, Macklin Celebrini turned the puck over. Joel Kiviranta advanced the puck out of his zone into the Shark zone, 2-on-1 against Alexander Wenberg. Kiviranta had Drury on the right side or the left side of Wenberg, and Kiviranta elects to shoot the puck himself. The shot was taken. Let me give you exactly where it was taken, how far away from the net it was taken. It was taken 33 practically feet away from the net, so right at the top of the face-off circle, right side of Alexander Georgiev, and that was the shorthanded goal scored against. 1-0 Colorado, 4 minutes and 19 seconds in. It took 2 minutes and 24 seconds for the Colorado Avalanche to score their second goal of the evening. It was on the power play. Ty Dellandrea got called at 5 minutes and 30 seconds for slashing. The reason I'm singling him out is because he also got called in that final minute and a half. So 2 penalties for Dellandrea so far tonight. Not a good look. But the power play unit was just cooking for Colorado Avalanche. Cale Makar gets his 23rd goal of the year on the power play. I mean, what else could be said besides that the Avalanche were cycling the puck? They had the Sharks contained within the slot, and that this time a large box face-off, penalty kill defensive formation, but it didn't matter. It did not matter. Cale Makar, he got the pass on top of the from on top of the blue line from Druin, and he got on the top of. He got fed to the top of the blue of McKinnon. He passes to Druin, who was chilling left side of Alexander Georgiev, who just passed it right back to him at the top of the face-off circle, and Makar buries it to make it 2-1, and that was like 40 feet away. All right, so that made it 2-0. The third goal of that period came for our Los Tiburones. That was on the power play. Great effort by Colin Graff to intercept a clearing attempt by the Avs. First, Kovalenko, got to give him some credit. He tried to shoot the puck. It hit off the side of the net. Again, clearing attempt from behind a trapezoid. The puck was sent along the half wall, but Colin Graff intercepted it right at the half wall, right side of Mackenzie Blackwood, and he just had a clean pass through the crease past Makar, and that was a beautiful snapshot by Fabian Zetterlund for his 17th goal of the year. 2-1 Sharks at that point, a little bit halfway through that first period. And then just moments ago, unfortunately, after Ty Dellandrea gets called for roughing, hits Lindgren of Colorado pretty high in the head with his shoulder. That gives them a power play to end the period, and this time, rather than a large box penalty kill formation, they elected to go small box. The Sharks did, and you had Eklund, Ferraro, Graff, and I think Liljegren, if I'm not mistaken. They're just kind of watching the puck, chilling there, watching the puck, not really challenging for any of the space on the ice within that zone. And that allowed McKinnon to pretty much have his way and operate, man. And I mean, they just buried it, man. They pressed some passing with like less than 2.5 seconds away. They passed the puck cleanly across the crease. You had Georgiev challenging. He elected to go high on top of the crease on the right side, and he left that left side of the net wide open, and they just fed it past him and past Liljegren. And Jonathan Druin gets his 8th goal of the year, and that's where we're at right now, 3-1 Colorado. So it is what it is, baby. And that right there is our first intermission report. That's how it went down. Now let's take a look around what's going on around the league. So here's some league scores tonight. Sharks are playing in the final game of the evening here in the National Hockey League. There was 9 games total being played today. So let's take a look at the games that have already finished. In Philadelphia, the Flyers lost at home to the visiting Winnipeg Jets by a score of 4-1. The Carolina Hurricanes lost to the visiting Boston Bruins they defeated the visiting Boston Bruins, scored 3-2. The Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the Buffalo Sabres 6-5. How about them Sabres, man? Now they're on a 4-game losing skid. The Florida Panthers shut out the Columbus Blue Jackets at home 3-0. Detroit Red Wings are still struggling, man. They lost to the visiting Utah Hockey Club 4-2. The Nashville Predators win at home 5-3 against the Seattle Kraken, and the Dallas Stars win in overtime against the visiting Calgary Flames 3-2. And that right there is your look around the league for games that have already finished, games currently in progress. At the end of 2 periods in Edmonton, the Oilers are tied up with the Canadiens. Montreal and Edmonton tied up 2-2 after 2. And the San Jose Sharks, after 1 period, are trailing the Colorado Avalanche by a score of 3-1. And that game is about to begin second period in a matter of moments here. So thank you all very much for joining me tonight. Once again, I'm Aaron James, your host here of this watch party. We almost have 300 people, almost just a little bit shy of 300 people watching with us tonight. So quick shout out to all of you out there for, again, making Shark City Hockey's premium live streams the #1 trending live streams presented by genuine diehard San Jose Sharks fans. All right. Hopefully the Sharks find a way to stay out of the sin bin, and let's see if, now that they had that power play goal against, they won't be starting this second period shorthanded. Let's see if they can find a way to get back into this game. Again, the Avs do lead the season series 2-0. This is the only game that the Sharks have played in Colorado. So, Alexander Georgiev right now, I'm behind you, man. I get behind all of our players that put on Teal, but if you let in one more, you're going to live up to that name that you've been dubbed. I'm not going to say it right now because I don't want to jinx. But as far as, the Sharks, the forwards and the defenders in front of him, come on, man. You guys got to do your goalie a solid here. And let's get a goal. All right. All right. It's been a great, eventful evening thus far. I think it's a good time for me to get some agua, man. Gonna lose my voice. 1 second. All right, just a quick reminder to everybody out there, man. We will be live and we'll be right back at it here at Shark City Hockey tomorrow morning. We have the first ever NHL trade deadline live stream coming to you courtesy of the crew from Frostbitten, a San Jose Sharks podcast. Join Tyler Castillo, Mike Hahn, and yours truly, Aaron James, for our reactions and breakdowns of all of the transactions that were made for Team Teal and a look at some of the transactions made around the league. It's probably been one of the more eventful trade deadlines than I could remember in recent seasons. So I look forward to getting together with the guys and talking about all these trades and, all the fills and where do we go next from here, right? So, all right, we're about to have game on right now in Denver, Colorado at the Ball Arena, where the San Jose Sharks are trailing 3-1 to the Colorado Avalanche. Alexander Georgiev's revenge game is being spoiled right now. We still got 2 periods to go. I think we got to stop giving the Avs power play opportunities. They're perfect tonight. Welcome everybody to our Thursday night hockey edition of our watch along party. Man, all right, so the Avs come out hot. They come out hot, and damn, Sharks committed a freaking penalty right off the bat, dude. Sharks, do not roll over. Do not roll over. Mario Ferraro was involved in trade talks earlier today, and he just committed a penalty. Mario Ferraro gets 2 minutes for... What do you do? 2 minutes for what? 2-minute minor. What do you do, though? Oh my gosh, that was so fast. I didn't even have enough time to show you the graphic. Oh my gosh. Don't even get time to clarify what he got called for. Mario Ferraro got called minor penalty, 37 seconds to the second period, and it took literally 2 seconds. Martin Nikas gets his 21st goal of the season on the power play, assisted by McCarr, 48th of the year, and McKinnon, 72nd assist of the season. My goodness. 4-1 Colorado lead, just 39 seconds to the second period. Was just literally saying the Sharks have to stop giving these guys power plays because they're perfect. They committed a penalty, 37 seconds to the game, and 2 seconds later, the Colorado Avalanche make it a 4-1 game. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is starting to become a clinic. Oh my gosh. And right now the Sharks look stunned. Man, the Sharks are unable to get past their own zone. They're able to get past the blue line shortly, and they are losing possession. They cannot go past the center ice line, man. They're being maintained and held within their own zone. It's cray. It's cray. McCarr and McKinnon are menaces right now for the Sharks. My goodness. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Gotta score, baby. Ooh, good glove by Georgiev. Unfortunately, he did give up that 4th goal. You already know what it is in Sharks territory. This is a tall task, man, because you give Mackenzie Blackwood a 3-goal lead, and my gosh, dude, the Avs are ridiculous right now. They are winning these faceoffs and getting shots from the defensemen. It's almost coming too easy. Let's check it out really quick here. So, league-wide, the Colorado Avalanche are the 11th best, technically tied for 10th best in the league with the Edmonton Oilers at 74 points each. The Edmonton Oilers do have a game on them. They played 61. Technically in the game right now, too. Tied up, as we mentioned earlier during the intermission report, 2-2 after 2. Colorado, though, they have a game on them. But, you know, you could just say that the Sharks are playing a top 10 team right now, essentially. And, man, this is where Sharks fans would say that, you know, the Sharks they're not even there yet. They're not even close to being there yet. They're far from being there. And, you know, committing a penalty right off the bat. I mean, how do you end a period by committing a penalty and then start a period by committing a penalty? But then to surrender a goal 2 seconds into that penalty, and then also here you are, you know, the Avalanche are pouring it on, dude. They already have 5 shots on goal. It hasn't even been 3 whole minutes of the second period. Sharks have 0 shots. Anyways, this is crazy. So, little dose of reality for Sharks territory out here of you know, exactly, you know, like, this is a great game where you can measure, like, you know, where your club is at when you're playing teams in the top 10. And now you start to understand why general manager Mike Greer makes those money moves. We could love our vets, we could love our players, we could love what they're doing in Sharks territory, we could love that they're turning their careers around and becoming like fan favorites and a bright spotlight in what's kind of been very gloomy, very it's been tough, right? Let's just be real, it's been tough for Sharks fans, but you can see why these moves are being made, because we're not there yet, and the only way to get there is to build for that future, man. So I'll be real with you, I didn't really agree. Not saying that the Sharks didn't have to rebuild. It was understandable. They had to get out of some bad contracts. They had to officially kind of get out of that DW era, the Doug Wilson era. Obviously they had a lot of stars, and I think with the exception of Couture, who hasn't played a single game this season, I think was Ferraro even on the lineup yet? But Vlasic, like the only remaining, those are like the only remaining members of that Stanley Cup final squad, man. So it was absolutely necessary to take this path. And I could understand the sentiment of people like saying, hey man, like we have some good players, and if we just build around the vets and infuse the young talent, then we could get out of the basement. But Mike Greer is playing the long game here, man. Like he has his eyes set on the prize, and that's not just to have some memorable seasons where you squeak your way into playoffs, maybe a little bit more competitive hockey, but nonetheless, not getting out of the first or second round. Now I'm a firm believer, if you get yourself into the Stanley Cup playoffs, you have a chance. Doesn't matter where you are ranked by the end of the season, because the Stanley Cup playoffs is its own season, its own battle within itself, right? But back to the point is, you can see why, the front office, specifically general manager Mike Greer, has been making the moves he's been making in the last few seasons, or a couple of seasons, because when we play against squads like this, man, it's almost like we're MIA. So I'm not giving up. I'm a firm believer it ain't over till it's over, and I want to see if my boys here in Teal will be able to make a comeback. So they're fighting right now. You got Mac Lancilla bringing out there with Colin Graff. I imagine there's a lineup change, or they're in the middle, in the middle of a line change in general. But the Sharks are pressing. We're officially 5 minutes into the second period. We need a goal, baby. We need to cut this lead in half desperately. All right, another zone entry for the Sharks. At this point, it's just exciting to see our guys get out of their own zone and put the puck into the Avalanche zone, right? All right. There we go. Cracking open my V8 juice. Oh, fan. Just when we're about to set up some zone pressure, Liljegren fans on the shot. I said Liljegren was part of that last power play goal against. I stand corrected. That was Jack Thompson. My bad, fam. Mixing my juice with the bottle here of water. Just so y'all know. All right. All right, there we go, baby. Trying to make something happen as Kovalenko activated today. First game back. Pardon me 1 second, fam. And Georgiev's being worked today, baby. You're earning your paycheck today, bro. You got a feel for him. I was kind of hoping for a better performance from this guy tonight. I mean, the game ain't over yet, but you know what I mean. All right, so we're at TV timeout, which means I get an opportunity to talk to you all again, show my love. Thank you all for coming through. I see a few of you are joining us on YouTube, and I see one of you out there on Twitch, and I see the almost 300 of you on our X channel. So thank you so much again for coming through tonight for this live watch along party. Now, we do this regularly during Sharks away games because yours truly is typically at the tank every home game. A couple of things have been going on. I won't dive too much into it, but there may potentially be. Now, I won't say anytime soon this week, but maybe in the next coming weeks, there may be a chance that we'll get together for live watch along parties for the remainder of the season. Also, I want to say shout out and thank you to everybody that came through last night for our first ever Barracuda watch along party. We will be doing those regularly to move on as moving through the rest of the CUDA season. So for those of you that like to feel like you're a part of a community, are a grander, part of a grander crowd, I am officially dubbing X, our platform on X, as the home of our premium live streams. We'll continue to live stream on multiple platforms, so you can still connect with us on the platform of your preference. But nonetheless, all you on X has helped us earn and maintain that title as the #1 trending live stream in Sharks territory, presented by genuine diehard San Jose Sharks fans. And if it wasn't for fellow genuine diehard hockey fans like you out there, all this wouldn't be possible. And all you out there make this a more enjoyable, memorable experience. All right, here come the Sharks, baby. Opportunity. Great interception, great zone entry. They bring it down deep. They're battling for it. The Sharks lose it. And here come the Avs coming right back, trying to drive Georgiev, driving the net. Oh my goodness, scary one-time shot by the Avs. Man. The Sharks are getting caught watching in this game, man. They are literally standing still. Oh, man. Sharks got a penalty coming up against... I think I heard it's Celebrini. Yep. Macklin Celebrini is getting called. Avalanche are 3 for 3 tonight, fam. And they're getting their 4th opportunity right now. Two-minute minor for what? My bad. I'm talking to the ref out loud. All right, so Macklin Celebrini gets called for hooking against Nathan MacKinnon. You gotta do what you gotta do, young man. I understand. Nathan MacKinnon is no joke. I'd probably do the same thing. To be real with you. Oh man. All right. So Sharks are on the PK right now. Mackin Celebrini gets called 2 minutes for hooking against Nathan MacKinnon. The freaking red hot penalty or power play gets another chance. We're almost halfway through this game, which also means halfway through the second period. 80 seconds remaining on the penalty against the Sharks. There we go. Sharks modify their PK. Now they have like a modified diamond. Oh, good save by Georgiev. Woo! They are making him move back and forth, post to post in that crease. Here we go. Carl Grundstrom. Good shot of Blackwood. Cool, calm, and collective, man. I miss having that in net. Wow. Carl Grundstrom wins a battle way down low, tries to take a weird angle shot, and Blackwood just gloves it like nothing. Oh, it's 20 seconds remaining in this penalty. Will the Sharks kill off their first penalty tonight? That'd be great. That'd be a great start to build yourself back into this game. Three seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Power play is over for the Avs, but they still maintain that offensive zone pressure. Celebrini now coming to join the effort in the defensive zone. Not a smart pass by Ferraro. Gave it to Celebrini, who was right there just outside the slot, and he was covered, so it was intercepted. And Colorado's working that puck again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was about to say that the Sharks are getting caught watching and it's dangerous because they have three guys down low. And they take, Avalanche take a shot. It goes off. It bounces off of the boards behind the trapezoid right in front of the net. And you guessed it, they bury it home. Nathan MacKinnon, 24th goal of the year. Yeah, Ferraro, Celebrini, and Liljegren just chilling right there on the right side of Alexander Georgiev. A shot misses wide. The rebound comes right to Nathan MacKinnon's stick with the wide open net on the right side down low of Alexander Georgiev. MacKinnon buries it, his 24th of the year. Primary assist goes to Makar, 49th of the season, and Manson, 13th of the season. 5-1 Colorado at 10 minutes and 54 seconds into the second period. At this point, it's a clinic, fam. The Avs are putting on a clinic on the Sharks right now. What do we got? Finally, Sharks get an opportunity to work on the power play. So Manson, who just helped set up a goal against the Sharks, takes a penalty and he's going into the box. Josh Manson getting called 2 minutes for holding, with 8 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the second period. And we're going to get a TV timeout. All right. Ooh-wee. Man, what a difference between Tuesday night and Thursday night. San Jose Sharks were on, now they're on the receiving end of a butt kicking right now. We'll see what happens. You score a goal right now on this power play, and we might just have a chance to come back. But I want to tell you right now, fam, it's looking rather bleak. I hope that they can score. I hope they can, because right now, after almost 12 minutes of action in the second period, the Sharks have only registered 2 shots on goal. 2 shots on goal in this second period. Man. We need someone to step up right now. Let me know who y'all think is going to get the next goal for the Sharks. Let me know in the comment section. Charlie Toffoli, Mac Celebrini, William Eklund, Will Smith, newly dubbed alternate captain Alexander Wenberg. That is your first power play unit. I assume they'll be out there right now. Any one of those guys could help us get it back in the game will be great. You also got Zetterlund, Graf on that second unit. Graf's been hot lately. They're due. Zetterlund and Graf connected earlier on the power play. They're the only ones. Zetterlund's the only one with the goal tonight for the Sharks. All right. Wenberg at the point gives it to Zetterlund on the left face-off circle. Toffoli trying to drive the net. Gets poked away. Celebrini thrown to the ice near the half wall. And Taves gets control in the trapezoid for the Avs and clears it. All right, all the way back is Alexander Wenberg. Celebrini takes a puck. He tried to give it to Smith with a body in front of him, hits the skate, and that's easily cleared. So a giveaway from the Sharks. Wenberg again resetting from behind his own goal line. Brings it. I am getting a little exasperated. The Sharks bringing it to center ice and then drop passing it back toward their own blue line. But nonetheless, they enter the Avs zone, and here they are working at it with less than a minute remaining on this power play. Celebrini gives it to Eklund. Eklund tries to give it to Toffoli. Rather than shooting, he passes it right back to Eklund, and that started a downward spiral for the Sharks as they had to get back on sides. Sloppy power play for the Sharks so far these first 90 seconds. Sloppy power play. All right. So this right here is going to pretty much be it for the penalty. Sharks are not able to take advantage of 4 opportunities tonight. That's going to end up being the story of this game. Let's just be real with you here, man. We could talk about how good the Avs have been on their own power play, but right now that's the difference. Special teams. The Avs have 3 goals on their own power play, 1 while shorthanded. Sharks have been given just as many opportunities as the Avs and only converted on 1 out of 4. So right now, special teams play is going to be one of the main storylines of tonight's contest. Blackwood gloves on the puck, 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Looks like we're going to get a TV timeout. Ooh-wee. I'm gonna turn out the music for y'all, fam. All right, game on, baby. We're back from the TV timeout. You know, the National Hockey League shared the other day that they're about to do some animation, kind of like yours truly here. So, I'm Aaron James, creative at Shark City Hockey, and your host for tonight's live watch-along party. In the world of AI, I could understand that a lot of you might confuse what's going down here as AI. It's not AI. There's a real person behind here. Live character animation is what you're witnessing here. If you've been following Shark City Hockey throughout the years, this being our 6th season of providing coverage, you would have seen the evolution of this live character animator. But back to the point, it looks like NHL is going to get into the live animation game. They're going to do what we have been doing here for the last couple of years, and that's presenting this like the NHL Edge, the live data that's going on, and they're going to present it in an animation series game for fans of, I think, the Avs as well. You all are going to get some an opportunity to watch your team. Let me just make sure I get my story straight here. But specifically for San Jose Sharks fans, now this is only for those of you who are in Canada. So if you are, in Canada and you're tuning into tonight's live watch-along party, then, this is great for you. But in collaboration with the Calgary Flames, the Sportsnet, and NHL, they're going to present an animated game where the mascot of the Flames essentially goes, like the story goes, that he is going to the Rocky Mountains, and then they're going to play in a game. So, it's a series, an animated series that's going down for the Sharks in that Flames game. That's the Flames game that's specifically on April 13th. And, but there, there's more. There's way more going on. So let me just tell you the games that are going on really quick here. There's a few of them. So you have a game on, I believe, this upcoming Tuesday. So the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers game will be called the best snow date ever. And then for the Avalanche, you guys, on March 16th, the Colorado Avs versus Dallas Stars will be called the NHL Showcase. Tampa Bay Lightning and New York Islanders will be Hockey Paradise on March 29th. And then in April, Nashville Predators will have Music City Hockey in Smashville. And then, of course, April 13th, Sharks and Flames will be the Harvey's Mountain Classic So it sounds like Sharks are also working with the NHL to have animated programs, like animated versions of some of their highlights between, I believe, March 15th and 16th. So the NHL is going to collaborate with the Sharks to provide animated clips of some of the biggest moments from this season. So, as usual, Shark City Hockey typically setting the trend. And I'm glad, man, because you know what? This is something that I knew, is bound to happen, right? Especially if you want to just kind of go across the multiverse here with sports, with the NFL doing their games. You have the games that are done, and they have like SpongeBob, and then most recently the games like The Simpsons, right? It was only a matter of time before you've seen it in the NHL, and I think it's overdue. So, big reason why I like to go live with character animation is because I think it's a little bit more appeal to future generations, which is what the National Hockey League is trying to do right now in the coming months. So excited to see that roll out. For Sounds of Sharks fans specifically, the animated clips of some of their moments in Teal will be shared on the Sharks digital and social media platforms. So be on the lookout for that. Be some exciting, innovative features coming our way in Sharks territory, even though this season is about as exciting as this game is for us right now. Anyways, still got plenty of time, right? Got over about 23 minutes to get yourself back in this game, San Jose. But nonetheless, Sharks will be finishing this road trip tonight, and they'll be playing in front of the home crowd at the Shark Tank for 8 consecutive games to essentially finish off the month of March. There is that one game at the end of the month on the 30th in LA, and then to begin the month of April on Tuesday in Anaheim. But you're just talking about a California rivalry there, so Sharks are going to have plenty of time for the next 4 weeks to essentially rest up and hopefully put their best skate forward and try to get back, get some points, earn some dubs in front of their home crowd. All right. So we are going to do an intermission report. Second intermission report is going to come up right after the final buzzard of the second period. Now, usually right after the second intermission ends, I kind of do like a 2-minute break for those of you out there. So, a lot of you have been chiming in from the top of the program. We've been doing this watch party together with each other for over 2 hours now. So this will be your opportunity to get something to munch on, get something to sip on, maybe perhaps, check your, your social media feed. I don't recommend checking your social media feed. Just stay here. But or step aside for just a couple of minutes. Maybe go use a head for those who serve in the military. You know what I'm talking about. And then, we'll be right back at it. Just so, a brief break following the final buzzard at the second period. And then we'll be doing our second intermission report. We'll take a look once again at the final scores around the league. And then, Sharks, they are playing in essentially the final game of the evening here in the National Hockey League. And, after this third period, this is pretty much going to be for Sharks fans waiting to see if anyone else gets moved, as trade deadline season is almost over. Tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific time. So again, if you're here with us now, I invite you to be with us tomorrow morning and afternoon for our NHL trade deadline schedule. I really don't know what to expect. I don't know what to anticipate. I'm excited for it though. So, will it be even more jawsome is if those of you who are watching us tonight and do come through tomorrow, maybe drop your takes. Let us know how you feel. But right now, Sharks have a minute remaining in the second period. Great pass. Oh, shot opportunity. That goes wide. Sharks trying to end the second period with something to build upon. But the guys are gassed. 30 seconds remaining in this second frame. I think the Avs. What happened here? What we got? What happened now? Okay, we're offsides. That was a good pass to Schultz. I was about to say, okay, 59. Why don't I recognize that number? Jimmy Schultz. Great scoring opportunity by the Sharks, man. Fabian Zetterlund, pardon me. But Fabian Zetterlund, as you all call him, almost had his second goal of the evening, man. Quality shot right there in the slot. And that's it. That right there is your second period, man. It was a tough one. That was a tough period. Whoo! Oh my gosh! Just when I thought it was over. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me, bro. They did it again. 0.4 seconds. Thank goodness. Okay. Goaltender interference. I was about to say, because the first period, it was 2.5 seconds when they scored. That was 0.4 seconds. But there was goaltender interference, so it doesn't count. Man. So the Sharks will only have surrendered 2 goals in this second period. It almost was 3. Dude, that's goaltender interference without a doubt. I don't know why this girl is trying to make a case, or this broadcasting team trying to make a case. Don't want to sound like whatever. This guy and this girl, who is it? Dave Jackson, the NHL rules analysis, trying to plead the case for the Avs. Get out of here with that, man. They got a 5-1 lead. Anyways, my fault. It is what it is. I think it's just because they're trying to get Middleton his first ever goal, but it doesn't stand. All right, stand up, stretch break for those of you who are watching us on your TV, which is something that I've learned a lot of you do. So I think that's pretty dope. So even though we're streaming on multi-platforms, Twitch, YouTube, and X, a lot of you chime into our live streams from the comfort of your own living room or bedroom, if it's watching TV in your bedroom or your garage or your backyard. I don't know where you're chiming in from tonight, but right now we're looking at almost 300 of you coming through tonight to watch along as it sounds like Sharks are trailing the Avalanche 5-1. I'm Aaron James, creative at Shark City Hockey. I'm about to trim the tunes for a little bit. We're in a party for a couple of minutes. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, all right? All right, and we're back, buddy. We are back. So I play inline hockey. Most of you already know that. And Girl Scouts are out there selling some cookies, so I had to go grab me some of these cookies, man. I bought these earlier this week. Almost forgot about them. Let me try these brownie-inspired cookies with caramel-flavored cream and a hint of sea salt. Damn, that sounds good. So like I said, we usually take a couple minute break, and right at the beginning of the second intermission to, fuel up. We've been with each other for almost 2.5 hours now, and for almost 300 of you who've been with us here at Shark City Hockey from the top of the broadcast, from our face-off countdown show to the live watch-along party, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. Pardon me as I try this really quick. Yeah, I'm good. Wow, I'm really good. All right. So while I finish this cookie, because I'm probably going to get another one, you all go ahead and take it amongst yourselves to read our stats through 2 periods, okay? Delightful. That's really good, actually, to be real with you. Okay, my bad, fam. Yeah, those are good. Just the feel I needed. All right. So after 2 periods, the San Jose Sharks are almost tapping out, man. Not to be real with you, they looked a little hungry in the final few moments of that second period. I mean, some of y'all might think it's a lost cause. Some of y'all were probably a little PO'd the fact that they went back-to-back victories on Monday and Tuesday night. Hurting your cause for that number 1 overall for a second consecutive year. So the Colorado Avalanche poured on 13 shots in that second period to match the 13 shots that they poured on Alexander Georgiev in the first. So shots on goal totals right now is 26 for Colorado, 15 for San Jose. The Sharks only registered 6 shots on goal in the second frame. Not looking good. Face-off battle is starting to the face-offs are starting to be dominated by the Avs, and it's showing. A lot of them are being won cleanly, and they're being sent straight to the defender at the top of the face-off circle, and then they get to quarterback that whole entire offensive pressure, whether they elect to shoot or set up, some more zone pressure. I mean, damn, dude. Avalanche have been looking, they're kind of having their way right now with the Sharks. But today's story is definitely going to be special teams. Each squad has had 4 opportunities on the power play, and the Sharks only converted on 1, whereas the Avalanche converted on 3. In fact, the first power play awarded to the San Jose Sharks at the start of this game, they surrendered a shorthanded goal. So special teams is definitely going to be one of the storylines by the time this one's all said and done. Hits: San Jose 14, Colorado 8, 12 block shots for the San Jose Sharks, 4 for the Colorado Avalanche. And it has nothing to do with the fact that they're not willing to put their body on the line for Mackenzie Blackwood. I mean, first of all, Blackwood covers so much of that net, there's no real reason to do that. But secondly, you don't have to block shots when you're not facing many. 13 giveaways for San Jose, 10 for the Avalanche, and 1 takeaway for the Sharks, 3 for Colorado. We're 10 minutes away from the final frame of this game and the final meeting between these two clubs in 2024-2025. San Jose Sharks are losing this season series like they're losing this game. Avs won the previous 2 contests. They scored 4 goals in both of those 2 previous games. Tonight they have 5. All right, so this is tough. Let's talk about the face-off summary now. As we like to do here, we like to dive deep into the face-off battles. We see how it's going down for each squad. All right, so here we go. Quick update of the live viewer count across all the platforms. We're almost at 300. Shout out to all of you. Now in the face-off dot, in that period, in the second period specifically, the Sharks won 9 out of 24. 38%. All right. We're going to break it down by situation. Even strength, 8 for 20. Power play, 1 for 2. Shorthanded, 0 for 2. The grand total in that second period, 9 wins out of 24 faceoffs, 38%. That is going to contribute to the overall 21 wins out of 49 faceoffs, 43% for the Sharks. Now let's break it down by zone, all situations, even strength, shorthanded, or on the man advantage. In the offensive zone, the Sharks are 8 for 14 for 57%. In the defensive zone, they're 7 for 18 for 39%. And in the neutral zone, they're 6 for 17 for 35%. Again, a collective effort and grand total of 21 faceoffs won out of a total 49 faceoffs taken, for a 43% face-off win percentage. Now, we'll dive into who individually is contributing to the face-off win percentage or not. Clem Constant is still 100%. It looks like he only had that 1 face-off in the first period. Fabian Zetterlund is 2 for 3 tonight. Fabian Zetterlund, 2 for 3, 67%. Alexander Wenberg has won 3 out of 10 chances, so he's 30%. Barclay Goodrow is 3 for 9, 33%. Colin Graff just 1 face-off, and I believe, again, that was in the first period, so he's 100%. He won that one. Ty Dellandrea, 40%, 4 out of 10. Macklin Celebrini, 5 for 13, 38%. And Tyler Toffoli, man. Tyler Toffoli is 2 for 2, 100%. All right. Now let's take a look at our goal scorers in tonight's contest. It's not fun, it's not pretty, but we gotta look at it. Ooh, you can see a lot of Avalanche there. Now, for the first intermission, we did go over how the goals were scored for the first period. So I'm going to save, we're going to specifically talk about the goals scored in that second. Martin Nikas got his 21st goal on the power play, 40 seconds into the game. Literally, like 2 seconds after the penalty was called. All right, so Mario Ferraro was called, okay, we'll say 3. But Mario Ferraro was called for high sticking at 37 seconds into the second period. And at 40 seconds, Martin Nikas gets the 21st goal of the year on the power play. Makar, 48th assist of the season. McKinnon, 72nd assist of the season. And that pretty much happened right off the face-off, man. McKinnon won the face-off draw. It went cleanly to Makar. He sent it to Nikas, who blasted it right there at the top of the face-off circle, the right face-off circle, right side to Alexander Georgiev. And I want to give you exactly how far away that was right now. 43 feet away from the net or the goal line. All right, so that made it 4-1 Colorado. About 10 minutes and 14 seconds later, Nathan McKinnon. All right, now this didn't happen on a power play, but it followed a Sharks penalty kill. They finally killed a penalty in this game, but they were unable to break away from the sustained offensive pressure that followed the PK. And Nathan McKinnon gets his 24th goal of the year, assisted by Makar, 49th, and Manson, 13th assist of the season. And the way that happened is, even though we were at full strength, they were still working that puck around our zone like they were on the power play, man. So they worked it from the half wall behind the goal line to the point, defender to defender. What happened was McCarr took a shot that went wide, not very wide, just barely missed the right post, right side of Alexander Georgiev. It took a lucky Colorado bounce. Not that they need much luck tonight. It bounced right off of the boards in the trapezoid back to the front of the right post, right side of Alexander Georgiev, where none other than Nathan McKinnon was right there. All you had to do was tap it in, man. And that made it 5-1 Colorado. So that's where it stands. Middleton did score a goal with 0.4 seconds, but that was waved off for goaltender interference. So I'm assuming that the San Jose Sharks should be starting this game on the man advantage, unless, of course, they don't hand out power plays for goaltender interference anymore. They just wave off goals. But your line scores as follows: three goals scored against the Sharks in the first, 2 in the second. The only goal scored by San Jose was Fabian Zetterlund. That happened at halfway through the first period. 17th goal of the year on the power play, assisted by Colin Graff, 5th assist of the year. And that right there is how we are at 5-1 after 40 minutes of hockey. All right, so let's look around the league here. Let's take a look about. This is the final game going down across the league. All right, so welcome to everybody, to anyone and everyone who is joining us from your respective clubs game. Let me get out of the way here. Let's go like that. Bam. All right, so we already know where the San Jose Sharks and Colorado Avalanche are. All right, no need to go into that. But here are your finals from today. So I'm assuming that right now Edmonton Oilers and the Montreal Canadiens are in overtime. Let me just check. Let me dive into that game really quick here, because that makes zero sense. All right, so I know it says 3-3, but the Edmonton Oilers won that game against the Montreal Canadiens 3-2. In fact, let me just read from here just to make sure everything's squared away. Utah Hockey Club goes into Detroit and defeats the Red Wings 4-2. All right. Buffalo Sabres lose in Tampa Bay 5-6. Lightning put up 6 points. Put up almost a touchdown. Panthers, your defending Stanley Cup champions, shut out the Columbus Blue Jackets at home. Florida Panthers win 3-0. The Winnipeg Jets go into Philly and defeat the Flyers 4-1. The Boston Bruins lose to the Hurricanes. Brent Burns, how about that, Sharks players? All you Sharks fans, former Sharks player. Brent Burns scored his 5th goal of the season in that contest. That was the second goal of the game for the Hurricanes. So Brent Burns and the Hurricanes get a dub at home, 3-2 over the Bruins. Nashville Predators defeat the Seattle Kraken at home. The Predators defeat the Kraken at a final score of 5-3. The Dallas Stars win in overtime. One of 2 overtime games today. Dallas Stars win at home in overtime. The score 3-2. Your game winner was scored by Jason Robertson, 27th goal of the year for Dallas. He scored that goal at 4 minutes and 17-minute mark of overtime. And the Oilers again. That last game that was kind of being played, we're just a period behind them here in Colorado. But Edmonton, they win in overtime, even though it shows up right here on our screen as 3-3. That's not accurate, okay? Edmonton Oilers did win. They defeated Montreal Canadiens 3-2. in overtime. And the game-winning goal was scored by Evan Bouchard, his 11th of the season. It was assisted by Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. They scored that game-winning goal at the 4-minute and 52-second mark of the overtime period. So, sounds like Sharks and Colorado Avalanche are closing out this Thursday night hockey edition of action across the National Hockey League. We have one more period to go here. And we should have game on. We should have game on going down right now. So, third period about to begin. Before that happens, too late happening. Just want to say thank you all. Here comes just want to say thank you to everybody. Looking at almost 300 of you joining me live tonight for some Thursday night hockey presented by Shark City Hockey. Shark City Hockey is your go-to source for Sounds Like Sharks fandom. And just want to say thank you all for joining me here for a Shark City Hockey premium live stream presented by genuine diehard Sounds Like Sharks fans for all of you hockey fans out there in Sharks territory and throughout the rest of the league / world. Here we go. Final frame. 20 minutes remain. Unless we can see a miracle in the Mile High City. Looks like the team from Shark City is going to end this 7-game road trip that began on February 23rd with a loss after going back-to-back dubs, literally on back-to-back nights, Tuesday and Wednesday. But nonetheless, we miss you, Sharks. They haven't played a game at the Tank since the beginning of the month of February. And they got 8 straight at home. So looking forward to that. All right. I need another one of those cookies, man. Those are good. All right, game on, baby. Right off the face-off, the Avalanche ice the puck. We'll see if the Sharks can get back in this one, baby. Never say never, and it ain't over till it's over. All right, Avs win the draw in their own zone. Alexander Wenberg, the Avs elect to take the puck backwards, and Alexander Wenberg was right there at the half wall to pinch that puck. Unfortunately, the Sharks were unable to maintain possession, and now they're back skating to their own zone as the Avs get that puck all the way into the goal line. Oh, what a weird angle shot that bounced off the stick of Alexander Georgiev. They're trying to go 5-hole on that one. I'm happy for Shakir Mukhamadullin getting that first-line minutes. That's where I believe he deserves to play. Obviously, we don't know how long Henry Thrun's going to be out, which is another reason why I think when people said, I've seen some people saying, they acquired Vincent Desjardins yesterday because they're like, this means we're moving defenders. Now, obviously, I don't think anyone thought Wallman. People suspect Ferraro, but he's been a part of quote-unquote trade talks and rumors for like 2 seasons now, right? I think they got Desjardins because they don't know how long Henry Thrun's going to be out. And as much as you can say, well, you just call the next man up from the CUDA, the CUDA have their own woes to figure out. And they have to, they're trying to, make a playoff push as well. So I don't think it's in General Manager Mike Greer's or, AGM of the Sharks, but GM of Barracuda, Joe Will's best interest to continuously break up that unit at the Reef. So to me, Desjardins is someone that they can rely on, and they could, put right in the slot because they don't know how long Henry Thrun's going to be out. And if Henry Thrun comes back, potentially be someone that takes the spot of Shakir Mukhamadullin. I could see the Sharks sending him back down to help the Cuda with their playoff push. But back to the point, I'm glad to see Mukhamadullin get some top line minutes here, man. He deserves it for sure, and especially because he was like the one prospect out of that Timo Meier trade a couple of seasons ago that is supposed to be a centerpiece of the Sharks rebuild here. All right, Clint Constant has an opportunity. He takes a shot. Blackwood, that's going to be too easy for Blackwood, man. Oh, man. That's hilarious. All right, face off to the right side of Mackenzie Blackwood, deep in the Avalanche zone. Sharks win that one, but unable to control it at the blue line is Schultz and Thompson. Obviously, it's their first time playing with each other tonight, but come on, guys. Oh, man, what a steal. You guys need to help out Georgiev, bro. Come on. Wow, dude. I'm glad that Goodrow kind of committed to the body there, but I would have preferred him to commit to the puck because the puck is right there in front of Georgiev, and rather than trying to clear it, and I know, 1 second, Sharks have an opportunity here, but rather than try to clear it, which I know could be kind of dangerous because if you recklessly clear it, you could put it on an Avalanche stick. But I think I would prefer him to try to clear it, try to get it to the half wall, maybe even play it off the boards to get it out of the zone, then just turn his back on the puck and start like lightweight cross-checking and playing the body, because you could have just he could have turned his back on that puck and the guy could have just slapped it. I mean, quickly snap it home. So it is what it is. I mean, what do I know? I'm not a professional hockey player, but come on, man. All right, face off again. Right side of Blackwood. Shot off the face off from Smith. That's saved. That was a quality shot. Celebrini Smith out there with Zetterlund. Smith and Celebrini again developing some great chemistry over the past few games. Celebrini finds Smith again, the cross-ice pass, and unfortunately, looks like Smith got hit in the mouth. He's holding his face there, but no call. Sharks ice the puck. Pardon me for going quiet there for a second. I mean, I'm sure that's a plus, but I'm hearing these guys talk about a trade in the works for Colorado. And I'm looking at it right now on X. Elliot Freeman. We'll have more on the trades tomorrow. Right now, I'm going to see if my boys could try to at least score another goal as we're almost 5 minutes through, or 5 minutes into the third period here. Sharks have fundamentally looked better. Like they look like they've gone back to the basics. But, this is literally, no pun intended, quite the mountain to climb against the Avalanche, man. So, speaking of which, Avalanche now controlling the puck in the Shark zone. These guys are so talented, and if that trade becomes official that they're talking about, I might as well just tell y'all. There it is. McKinnon gets his second goal of the evening. The freaking Avalanche are working on... They got a touchdown. They're working on an extra point, man. And we are one live viewer away from reaching 300. So shout out to everyone out there. But wow, they just left Georgiev. They just left him hanging to dry. Nathan McKinnon, he got the last goal in the second period to make it 5-1. He just got his second goal of the evening now in the third period. 25th goal of the year, assisted by Lekkonen. 13th assist for him. 50th assist of the season for McCarr with the secondary. Colorado leads 6-1. Nathan McKinnon is now on hat trick watch. Nathan McKinnon has 4 points tonight. 2 goals, 2 assists. Man. I think at this point the Sharks are just trying to get out of this game and get on that plane. They know the way to San Jose. They take that couple-hour flight, come back home, get ready for the weekend. Looks like we got delayed penalty coming up to the Avalanche. I hope the Sharks could freaking score, man. Only 1 power play goal on 4 opportunities. Here comes the 5th. We got Middleton. Keaton Middleton get called 2 minutes for holding with 13 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in this period, in this game. Sharks yet again will be on the power play. So let's hope that we get another goal. At the very least, let's try to get another goal here, fam. So right now, Sharks have 4 shots on goal in the third period. Colorado has 3. Like I said, fundamentally, going back to basics, they are looking a lot better than they were, especially in that second period. But it may be a little too late. We'll see, especially after the last goal surrendered to McKinnon. So this is the 63rd game of the season, which means, what is that? 63rd, 7, 19 more games remaining. It's going to go by fast, fam, especially with so much time in between the contests in this month. Sharks have, and I keep saying this, they have 8 consecutive games at home, but they're, with the exception of next Tuesday against Nashville, when the Sharks come back home and face the Islanders this Saturday, every game is going to be Thursday and Saturday. So 2 games a week. And before you know it, season will be over. We'll see where the Sharks end in the standings. We'll see if they could do something impressive, which is for the second time in franchise history, get the #1 overall draft selection. No lie, that'd be kind of dope. Over the summer, we were at the really quick. We got an update. We have officially passed 300 live viewers right now. So let's add it. 302 live viewers across the platforms in which we're streaming. Huge shout out to every single one of you. Thank you. You make this watch along party. You make it worth it. Honestly, I appreciate y'all joining me tonight to watch along, even though the Sharks are getting handled right now. I appreciate y'all being here for this live stream. And almost a power play goal right there. Second power play unit looks good. Oh, another chance. Fabian Zetterlund, man. He is pressing. But back to what I'm trying to say. Thank you all for, joining me for this live stream, man. I really appreciate it. You make Shark City Hockey's premium live streams like just amazing, and you make us literally having the #1 trending live stream in Sharks territory because of you guys coming through and all your support. So I appreciate it. Kindly consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. If not, that's fine. Follow us on X. That's a good spot for our fan-led content and our micro blog specifically. But if you want to be on top of all of our original inspirational, my bad, I'm just watching this power play unit go to work. Celebrity scores! Yeah!
Go home, yeah. State of mind, let's go, yo. High roller.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go.
Let's go.
Sharks goal, baby. Finally, we stopped the bleeding. We answered back. My goodness. Macklin Celebrini gets his 20th goal of the year. Power play goal. Finally scoring the power play. 8 minutes and 10 seconds. 6-2 as it stands. Unfortunately, you all seen that Colorado just scored, so they're raining on our parade. But nonetheless, Macklin Celebrini got his 20th goal of the year. Scored on the power play. Assisted by Will Smith. 20th assist of the season, and William Eklund, 34th assist of the year. Listen to that name, baby. Macklin Celebrini are those names. Macklin Celebrini, Will Smith, and William Eklund. Get used to hearing that often, Sharks territory. Now, that was 6-2 at 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Unfortunately, 56 seconds later, Kyle McCarr gets his 24th goal of the year. So the Colorado Avalanche scored a touchdown. Whoop-de-doo. But yeah, buddy, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right. Let's get some music back going on in here. Why don't we? All right. It was fun, even though it was short-lived. Here come the Sharks again. It must feel good for those three guys connected on a goal. Now, if you're, most of you have been here the entire time, and we're looking at 303 of you now. So thank you very much. But over 200 plus of you have been here the duration from the face-off countdown show throughout the watch party. I really appreciate it. You may recall that I had mentioned that earlier this morning the photo was circulating with Mackenzie Blackwood on the bench in Colorado during the Sharks warmups, and he was chatting it up with, if I'm not mistaken, those three: Eklund, Smith, and Celebrini. So it must be nice for those three to combine together to get that power play goal against their former netminder in Mackenzie Blackwood. But that's all I care about, man. Little victories like that. Love to see, at least the future balling out. Still got half of a period remaining here. So it ain't over yet. 5 goals. If the Sharks find a way to find 5 goals right now, my goodness. Maybe I'll show my real mug. Drop the character animator. But dude, that was pretty awesome. Thank goodness. We needed that here in Sharks territory. 310. Wow, keep them coming, everybody. So I paused briefly when I was giving my praise to you all, my gratitude to you all, to quote a Sharks great and legend for what he's done in the early years of our playoffs. Also used to be on the Sharks broadcasting crew, Jimmy Baker. Radical gratitude to all of you who are joining me here tonight. I'm Aaron James, creative at Shark City Hockey, your go-to source for Sounds of Sharks fandom, where we cover legends and legacies in the 408. So for those of you who may be chiming in late, welcome to the watch party. Oh my goodness, we got a referee down. He's holding his ear. I hope he's all right. Back to you all out there. Thank you for joining me. This is Shark City Hockey's watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action. I really appreciate you all coming through, whichever platform you're joining me on tonight. The bulk of you, over 300 of you, are joining me on the home of our premium live streams, that being X. Others of you may be chiming in on Twitch or YouTube. Just a reminder, you want to chime in, you want to share your take, your comment, you want to react live, you can do so in the comment section, whichever platform you're on. I'll get that comment and we can highlight it here, and we all can talk about this game together, even though there's not much to talk about on the Shark side. Nonetheless, I just want to say thank you all out there. Appreciate the support. 312 of you now. I appreciate it very much. And, invite you to our future watch-along parties, in which we have now we have a watch-along party for the San Jose Barracuda as well. So we'll be going live and doing watch-along parties for the Cuda and the Sharks moving forward. And tomorrow, as we're on a TV timeout, and while I have you all here, a quick reminder: Frostbitten, the San Jose Sharks podcast, our flagship podcast of Shark City Hockey, is presenting the first ever Shark City Hockey NHL trade deadline show. So Frostbitten Fridays are back. We'll be live. Myself, Tyler Castillo, and Mike Hahn will be live to talk about all the transactions that went down today, any possible transactions that may go down tomorrow, react to what's the movements in the trades going on around the league. And you're invited. That stream starting early tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time. And we're more than likely going to go until 1 p.m. Pacific time. So you're all invited to our first ever official trade deadline show live, presented by Frostbitten, courtesy of Shark City Hockey. All right. 9 minutes remaining. Looks like the refs are right. We'll see what's going on here now. Pardon me. Getting hit with the puck is not fun, man. Now, I play inline, but I used to play goaltender. Now I'm more of an offensive defenseman, two-way forward, more on the defensive side than anything. But dude, sometimes whether it was just like a weird angle or like the equipment just there was a spot where the equipment left exposure. I've been hit with the puck before, man. It's not fun. Hitting the neck, hitting the gut. The first time I've ever played goalie, I had all my equipment, but I forgot the most important one, the cup. I'll let you guess where the first shot I ever took as a goaltender went. Enough of that. You don't want to hear about that. Let's get back to this game. All I say is a puck. Getting hit with a puck sucks, man. Anyways. Game on, baby. Everyone's just trying to get out of this game healthy, including the linesmen and the refs. All right, face off, taking in the Shark zone, right side of Georgiev, and the Avs are right back at it, man. All right. Toffoli gains possession and sweeps it to Eklund. Eklund is able to dump the puck deep. Nothing really happened out of that opportunity. Sharks are resetting and doing the zone entry once again. Smith is playing with more and more confidence every game, dude. What a great pass to Celebrini after a great draw pass to William Eklund, to be honest with you. And now a nice stretch pass to Muka Madulin. Ooh, I love this lineup, man. Those four names I just mentioned right now. Will Smith, Muka Madulin, Macklin Celebrini, William Eklund. Yeah, buddy. So the Sharks have actually drawn closer. They had a strong period. So last period, shots on goal was 6 for the Sharks, 13 for the Avs. Right now, it's 13 for the Sharks and 6 for the Avs. So, you know, the Sharks aren't going now without a fight. And they've for what it's worth, you know, they've crept back into the shot department. 28 shots on goal total, 32 for the Avs. Here they go again. Another nice zone entry for the Sharks. Ooh, Costin deking through everybody. But Blackwood, man, I mean, that's a big guy. Even when he's in the butterfly. Those pads were tightly secured to the ice. There was no room to tuck that puck into. And the Avs just dumped the puck into the Sharks zone. All right, here comes Jack Thompson. Gets possession in his own trapezoid. Sends it up the boards. Icing waved off. Grunstrom wins the battle. Kovalenko's down there with him behind the Avs goal line. He elects to bring it up to the point of Schultz. He takes a shot. That redirects. It could have been a great chance for Barclay Goodrow, but I don't think he's seen the puck. Sharks and Avs now on the half wall to the left side of Blackwood trying to battle for that puck. Everyone's joining in. Kovalenko went to the Barclay Goodrow who drives to the net. But that right there was just kicked away from Blackwood, or by Blackwood, pardon me. Whew, here we go, baby. We are now officially in the 15-minute mark of this game. or of this period, pardon me, which is another way of trying to say that we have a little bit over 5 minutes remaining in regulation. I wouldn't be surprised if at this point both squads just kind of look to waste, burn the clock out, waste some time. I can't imagine the Sharks would get away with that, though, from head coach Ryan Rosowski. I anticipate that Rosowski is going to want these guys to compete to the final seconds. All right, Zetterlund, who's been the most consistent Shark tonight in terms of quality chances goes, is out there. Ooh, what a nice hit by Shakir Mukhamadullin. What we got in the chat, fam? Let's see what we got. Someone asks, is Celebrini on the ice right now? Right now, Celebrini is not on the ice. You have Klim Kostin, Ty Dellandrea, and Colin Graff. Usually when I get these questions, it's because we have some people who have some money on the line. So, according to Money Puck, no surprise here. The deserve to win meter is, believe it or not, only 76% for the Avs. That makes zero sense to me, but you figure it'd be like at 99.9 at this point. But hey, it is what it is. We'll take it. All right, TV timeout. I got money on his under minutes. I thought so. Let's see what else he said. Let's go. All right. So what is it that he cannot surpass, my friend? Right now, he's looking at 18 minutes and 38 seconds. I anticipate that he's going to get over 20. All right, we got a little bit over, just a little bit under, rather, 4 minutes remaining here in regulation. And, he needs like 80 seconds to get over 20. So 19.75. All right, we'll keep an eye on that for you, brother. Here's a good time to double tap that screen if you're watching us on YouTube or on Twitch or on X. Make it rain hearts. Let everybody know that you love hockey and that you love Sharks hockey, or you just love to try to make some money on hockey for some of you out there. I'm Aaron James, your host for tonight's watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action. Thank you all for making Shark City Hockey's premium live streams the #1 training live stream that is presented by genuine diehard Sharks fans. We will be live tomorrow morning. All right, so I'm going to promote this one more time. Live tomorrow morning through the afternoon for the trade deadline show. Join myself along with Tyler and Mike, the crew at Frostbitten, as we do our first ever NHL trade deadline show. Invite you all. We'll be having reaction. We'll get everyone's reaction to the trades that went down today. Any potential moves are going on tomorrow. We all know that Luke Cunnin is also on his way out. He's held out of the lineup tonight for trade reasons. So, join us tomorrow as well. As of right now, it looks like our bottom 6 forwards are still out there. So we have Grundstrom, Goodrow, and Kovalenko. So as of right now, you're good as far as the minutes go. All right, here comes Goodrow now. Takes a nice pass and gets to the center ice and dumps it into the zone, but that gets sent back out and then sent back in. Sharks on the line change. Let's see who it is. I recognize that posture. That is Eklund, which means that Celebrini's out there. Oh, I guess not. It's tied to Foley and Alexander Winberg. I totally forgot. Celebrini and Smith are on the line with Zetterlund. Pardon me. Oh, nice 2-on-1 opportunity here. Gets a shot off. Oh, rebound! Scored! William Eklund gets the third goal of the night for the Sharks.
Let's go!
Buddy, all right, William Eklund. William Eklund gets his 14th goal of the year, assisted by Tyler Toffoli at 17 minutes and 24 seconds of the third period. Makes it 7-3. Colorado still leads. To my fam out there watching the minutes, Celebrini is out there. Celebrini is out there, brother. So he's earning some minutes right now. Let's see where he's at. Celebrini is at 19:23 with a minute and 25 seconds left. He's not on the ice as of right now. If he takes one more shift in this final minute, brother, I don't know. I'm rooting for you. But right now he's at 19 minutes and 23 seconds. Final minute of this game. Sharks checking line is out there. Grunstrom. Goodrow. Kovalenko. It's been interesting, brother. Thank you for asking. The day has been interesting, man. I'll be real with you. All the trades that happened today were not surprising, with the exception of Jake Wallman, bro. That one kind of stings, but if the compensation indeed is a first-round draft pick, damn, dude, you cannot complain about it. And a potentially a prospect, we'll see. All right. And that, my friends, is the final seconds. San Jose Sharks are going to drop to, what is it? 17, 37, and 9. 17, 37, and 9. Colorado Avalanche improved to 36, 24, and 2. Yeah, that one definitely was interesting, bro. I agree with you on that one for sure. Let's go like this. All right. So, for the betting, for the people with money on the line, Macklin Celebrini ended with 19 minutes and 23 seconds. So, if I'm not mistaken, that's a congratulations to you. It's been a tough one for Sharks fans. Colorado Avalanche, dude, they just kept pouring it on. 3 goals in the first period, 2 goals in the second period, 2 goals in the third period. Sharks go scoreless in that second. Get 1 goal in the first, 2 in the third. Final score 7-3. Avalanche score a touchdown and the Sharks score a field goal. So let's go ahead and do our why not? Let's go ahead and do a post game here, huh? As we like to call it here, we call it the game final show. So Shark City Hockey game final show. It's about to come up right now. Here's a good opportunity for everyone out there who is joining us or who's been a part of the show from the top of the last 3 hours. So, drop a comment, drop it, get involved. We got someone asking, did Celebrini get an assist? So Celebrini unfortunately got a goal, my friend, which is not a bad thing. So today, we'll go into scoring in just a minute, but today for the Sharks, you got Eklund. He has a multi-point game, a goal and assist. To Foley has and Wenberg have an assist along with Will Smith and Colin Graff. Fabian Zetterlund is the other goal scorer for the evening. So I think he hit the parlay. Thanks for having me out. Have a good night. Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, so whether you're on YouTube, X, or Twitch, you can be a part of this show by dropping a comment in the chat. And as you can see, you can talk amongst other fans and we can highlight and Teal together, as they say. All right, so let's dive into this really quick. Switch. Boom. We're going to do the game final show. All right. Tough day for San Jose Sharks fans, man. Starting out with the game stats, the box score, shots on goal for the San Jose Sharks, 35-32. They actually ended the evening with more shots on goal than the Avalanche, which is very surprising. Breaking it down by period, Sharks put 9 shots on goal in the first, 6 in the second, 20 in the third. As I had said, the Sharks started to return to fundamentals, return to basics in that third period, but by then, probably too little too late. For the Colorado Avalanche, 13 shots in the first and 13 in the second, 6 in the third for a grand total of 32. In the face-off dots, the Sharks were edged out by the Avalanche. They won the Sharks won 45.6% of the face-offs. The Avalanche won 54.4%. So as we usually do, we're going to break down the face-off summary. For that third period, the Sharks won 10 out of 19. So by far, the best period that they had in the face-off dot. In the first period, the Sharks won 12 out of 25 for 48%. 9 out of 24 in the second. The second period was their worst. All right. Just overall, in general, effort. And in that third period, 10 out of 19 for 53. So breaking it down, all situations, even strength, shorthanded, and with the man advantage. Breaking it down by zone. In the offensive zone, the Sharks were 11 out of 21 tonight for 52% of the faceoff wins in the offensive zone. In the defensive zone, this is where the Sharks really struggled. 9 out of 23 faceoff wins. All right, so that's crazy. That's 39% in their own defensive zone. In the neutral zone, the Sharks were 11 for 24, 46%. All right, so grand total again, 31 out of 68 faceoffs won for 46%. I know I said 45 point, I say 45.6, but we're just rounding up. All right. Now we're going to break it down again one last time individually. Who's contributing to the faceoff win percentage? Clem Constant was 1 for 2 on the evening, 50%. Fabian Zetterlund with 50% tonight, 2 out of 4 faceoff wins. Alexander Wenberg, 6 out of 17. He had 6 faceoffs, 1 out of 17 total faceoffs for 35%. Barclay Goodrow, 5 out of 12, 42%. Colin Graff, 1 for 1, 100. Tidy Landry, 6 out of 14, 43%. Macklin Celebrini, 150% of the draws. He ended up the night evened out, 50%, 8 for 16. And Tyler Toffoli, 2 for 2, 100%. And that right there are your Sharks players that contributed to the overall 46, technically 45.6% of the faceoffs won this evening. Special teams was the real storyline here tonight. Special teams for the Sharks were absolutely abysmal, man. Absolutely abysmal. Only getting 40% of their power plays scored on. Now, Macklin Celebrini kind of salvaged it a little bit. Sharks went 2 for 5 tonight, but until that Macklin Celebrini goal to bring the score up to 6-2 at the 8-minute and 10-second mark in the third period, the Sharks were just struggling, man. 2 for 5 tonight, whereas the Abs were 3 for 4. So special teams was the name of the game. That's your big focal point in tonight's storyline for how this game went down. First starting off with the Sharks' first power play of the game, which was awarded to them just 3 minutes and 26 seconds in. All right, so Nikas got called for hooking against Ferraro in the first period, and the Sharks allowed a short-handed goal against. All right, so since we're talking about goals, we might as well bring up your goal scores for tonight. We got a lot. I'm going to make some room here. I think that's everybody. Nope, we're missing one more guy, so let me just do some quick edit on this. Boom. Boom. All right, those are your goal scorers this evening. So as you can see, that first goal, hopefully that font's not too small for you all. Let me get out of the way here. And why don't we go like this, actually? There you go. Now you can see everybody. All right, so, man, first goal of the game, dude. Oh, we got some really quick. Someone said, I did Celebrini assist instead of point. Or, oh, man. That's tough. That's tough. All right, so back to the goal scorers, man. The Sharks, I mean, they were given a great opportunity to start off this game on the man advantage. But at 4 minutes and 19 seconds, Cole Kiviranta gets his 12th goal of the year, short-handed. All right, so unfortunately, Macklin Celebrini lost control of the puck while the power play unit was really deep. Okay, so tonight's power play unit, the Sharks all season long went with 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. That first power play unit was always Will Smith, Willem Eklund, Tyler Toffoli, and Macklin Celebrini. Always is probably a little too strong of a word, but mostly or more recently, for a quick minute or a long minute here, a good minute, I think is the best way to say it. For a good minute, the Sharks have been rolling with Will Smith, Tyler Toffoli, Willem Eklund, Macklin Celebrini, and Jake Wallman. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. Jake Wallman is officially going to become an Edmonton Oiler. We're all anxiously awaiting the details of that. And if it's already out there, just let me know in the comment section, all right? But Alexander Wenberg, who was given the alternate captain's patch today. Sharks traded alternate captain Nico Sturm away. So Alexander Wenberg, which I believe, I've been saying this all season, he's been a great acquisition, probably the surprise acquisition this season for the Sharks. Love his game, and I'm really happy to see him get the leadership recognition and be named the latest alternate captain of the San Jose Sharks. But back to the point, he slot in for Jake Wallman. He is that defenseman position. So he's on the blue line. And that first goal against shorthanded, Macklin Celebrini lost control of the puck near the half wall, left side of Mackenzie Blackwood. and that allowed Joel Kiviranta to go on a odd man rush shorthanded against Alexander Wenberg, and Willem Eklund did a great job on trying to keep up and even the odds on the rush, but it just, was fate, I guess. Kiviranta scores. He rips the shot past Alexander Georgiev to make it 1-0 at 4 minutes and 19 seconds into the first period. In the second period, just 2 minutes and 24 seconds after a shorthanded goal surrendered, the Avalanche score a power play goal because Ty Dellandrea got called for slashing against Lekkonen at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And Ty Dellandrea, by the way, had a very undisciplined game tonight. I just got to say that right now. So, 2-0 within a matter of a few minutes in that first period. Kel McCarr gets his 23rd goal of the season on the power play. Druin gets his 19th assist of the year. Nate McKinnon gets his 71st assist of the year. One of 4 points tonight for McKinnon, right? Or was it more than that? I think he ended up with 5 after that 7th goal, to be real with you. I'll double check that in a second. But the way that went down was pretty simple. They were on the power. The Avs were on the power play, and they were cycling the puck. The Sharks were kind of playing a modified large box diamond formation on the PK, and Kel McCarr received the pass from Nate McKinnon. Nate McKinnon was chilling in the faceoff circle to the right side of Alexander Georgiev. He passed it to the point to Kel McCarr, who passed it to Druin, who was chilling on the left side, a little bit closer to Georgiev. He was kind of chilling right at the top of the faceoff circle near the goal line on the left side of Georgiev. And when he received the puck from McCarr, he just gave it right back, and Kel McCarr shoots it past Alexander Georgiev to make it 2-0 Colorado. All right. It was getting worrisome. The momentum definitely was swinging the Avs way early. But midway through the first period, the Sharks finally convert on the power play. Fabian Zetterlund gets his 17th goal of the year. It was assisted by Colin Graff. He made it 2-1 San Jose at 10 minutes and 8 seconds into the period. Pretty much a beautiful pass from Colin Graff. He had possession of the puck right at the edge of the half wall, right side of Mackenzie Blackwood. He threads it through McCarr, who's chilling on top of the crease, finds Fabian Zetterlund by the right side of or the left side post of Blackwood. Zetterlund snaps it home, makes it 2-1 Sharks. It's starting to look like it's going to be a game, but Sharks playing undisciplined hockey tonight did not help their case, man, at all. And they commit a penalty late. And by they, I'm talking about the guy just called out earlier. Ty Dellandrea takes another penalty in the first period, roughing against Lindgren. And at 18:38 in the first period, the Colorado Avalanche go on a power play. And with just 2.5 seconds remaining, Jonathan Druin scores his 8th goal this season to put the Colorado Avalanche up 3-1. That goal is assisted by Nikas, his 49th of the year, and Lekkonen, his 12th of the year. And pretty much the way that went down was a passing clinic on the power play by the Avalanche. You had Druin kind of take a shot attempt, and the rebound gets picked up. It gets picked up by I think McKinnon, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, it was like a tic-tac-toe passing, man. He sends it up to the slot to Lekkonen, who then sends it to Nikas, who's kind of pinching on the right side near the post, in between, right almost near the goal line. He gets Georgiev to commit to him to that right post, leaving a wide open net to the left. And then Nikas just freaking feeds it through, man. Accurate pass across the crease, and Jonathan Druin literally just has to tap it in. All right, and that was a 3-1 lead at the end of the first period. Second period was all Colorado. So Martin Nikas also had himself a multi-point night. He gets the next power play goal because the Sharks, again, I said special teams is going to be the name of the game. The first storyline. The second storyline is probably undisciplined hockey. Mario Ferraro gets called for high sticking right out of the freaking out of the locker room after the first intermission, just 37 seconds into the second period, and it literally took less than 2 seconds. I think they officially calling it 3 seconds for Colorado to score, but just to put it all in perspective, Mario Ferraro gets called for high sticking at 37 seconds into the second period, right? And Martinikas gets his 21st goal, a power play goal, at 40 seconds into the second period. All right. That was assisted by McCart, 48th of the year, and Nate McKinnon's 72nd assist of the year. That is wild, dude. That is absolutely wild. The amount of points that these guys are scoring. Anyways, and pretty much that was just quick win right off, a clean win off the face-off draw. McKinnon wins the face-off against Barclay Goodrow, who then and why is Barclay Goodrow taking face-offs? I have no idea. But anyways, McKinnon wins a clean face-off draw, and that goes to Makar, who then sends it across to Nikas, who is kind of chilling, lightweight, high in the slot. He slaps it home past Georgiev. It's 4-1 Colorado. All right. Nate McKinnon, again, just what a night, dude. The guy was just racking up points all night. This should have probably been, like, the Sharks are lucky this wasn't on the power play. This is the only power play that the Avalanche didn't convert on, the only one that the Sharks killed. It came off of a Macklin Celebrini penalty. So Macklin Celebrini was called for hooking against none other than McKinnon, right? And the Sharks are able to clear it, but the Avalanche maintained that offensive pressure in the zone, in the Sharks zone, and they kept cycling the puck like they were on the, like down there, they're on the penalty. And it probably didn't help that the Sharks were collapsing in front of the net. So that allowed a lot of open ice for that top power play unit to, maneuver the puck in the Sharks zone. But nonetheless, you had Manson feed the puck across from the blue line to the opposite end of the blue line to Makar. Makar took a shot that kind of redirected just slightly wide of the net, right side of Georgiev. It took a lucky bounce. Macklin Celebrini standing next to McKinnon, but again, it took a lucky Colorado Avalanche bounce off of the boards in the trapezoid behind the net, and it just bounced right back to the stick of McKinnon. He had a wide open net to the right side of Georgiev to just tap it in and make it 5-1. All right, that was your second period scoring. In the third period, McKinnon again gets a goal. At this point, Sharks are begging for mercy. It's 6-1. The Avalanche kind of came out of that period really hot, and what you had is McKinnon had possession of puck. They were cycling the puck in the Sharks zone. McKinnon sends the puck across the ice, across the slot to I want to say to Makar, who then gets it to Lehkonen, if I'm not mistaken. Lehkonen takes a shot and a rebound is left right in the front of the crease. McKinnon was just in the right place at the right time like he was on his previous goal, and he slams it home for his 25th of the year. All right, so that's where we got our sixth goal. That was assisted by Lehkonen, 13th of the year, Makar, 50th of the season on the secondary assist. Macklin Celebrini finally stopped the bleeding and got the Sharks another goal in the power play. This happened pretty smoothly. So Celebrini was kind of quarterbacking the power play out there because, again, Wallman's not on the squad anymore. So Celebrini gets possession of the puck near the faceoff dot, left side of Blackwood. He sends it to the point to Alexander Wenberg, who then sends it right back to Celebrini. Celebrini elects to skate it up. He shoots the puck. Nice rebound is retrieved by Eklund. So it literally bounces off of Blackwood, takes a unique bounce off the half wall, almost near the point. Eklund retrieves the puck, sends it down to Will Smith, who does a beautiful cross ice pass from the half wall through the slot to where Celebrini's at, and he snaps it home for his 20th goal of the season, a power play goal that made it 6-2 for the Sharks at that point at 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Michael Celebrini's 20th goal of the season, Will Smith's 20th assist of the season, Willem Eklund's 34th assist of the season. Get used to hearing those three names connect to each other for years to come. Final goal for the Colorado Avalanche, 7th goal of the game, scored by Cale Makar, assisted by McKinnon and Teals. Man, I mean, we were celebrating Celebrini's goal, and 50 seconds later, these guys come over here and just, have to rain on the parade. Zone entry from Teals, I believe it is. He looks like he's going to go try to drive the puck behind the goal line. He elects to reverse it. He sends it across the rink to Makar, who then sends it to McKinnon. McKinnon elects to skate with the puck along the blue line. He has Wenberg challenging him. He drop passes it for Makar, who's right at the point, and Makar just wrist shots it past everybody and beats Alexander Georgiev just 50 seconds after that Macklin Celebrini goal to make it 7-2. Willem Eklund did give us something to cheer about, though, at the end of that game. 17 minutes and 24 seconds in the third period. Willem Eklund scored his 14th goal of the season, assisted by Tyler Toffoli, his 19th assist of the year. Alexander Wenberg's got the secondary assist, his 21st assist of the year. In fact, I think I want to take this moment to check on Sharks public relations teams for a little bit more juicier stats. Macklin Celebrini, really quick on his goal. He's now 3 goals away from tying Rob Goodrow for the third most goals by a San Jose Sharks rookie in franchise history. He's the 4th rookie in Sharks history to get to 20 goals. All right, so Will Smith and Willem Eklund are now, with the assist on that goal, Will Smith now passed Alexander Koroluk. Remember that name, guys? Alexander Koroluk and Marco Stern for 12th on the Sharks' all-time rookie scoring, and eclipsed Patrick Marleau and Jim Fahey for 12th on the team's all-time rookie assist list with 19. All right, so Will Smith's amazing, man. Him and Macklin Celebrini are cooking at the right moment. Now, as far as Willem Eklund on his 14th goal of the season, it's his 100th career NHL point. All right, Eklund has now 9 points in his last 10 games, 4 goals and 7 assists. And Tyler Toffoli gets his 19th assist of the season on that one. Alexander Wenberg is 21st. Alexander Wenberg, our new alternate captain in Sharks territory, has assists in 4 of his last 5 games. All right, so again, boys giving us something to cheer about late. Pretty much how it went down was Sharks cleared the zone. Alexander Wenberg gains possession of the puck in the neutral zone, feeds it to Willem Eklund, who then gives it right back to Alexander Wenberg for the zone entry up to the middle slot. He has Toffoli, so that feed from Eklund allows Wenberg and Toffoli to kind of have a 2-on-1 situation. Toffoli shoots it, a rebound isn't cleared properly by the Avalanche, and Willem Eklund takes advantage and buries home that juicy rebound past Mackenzie Blackwood for our final score of 7-3. All right, we made it, fam. All right, and that right there are your goal scorers in the game. Let's take a look one more time at what went down across the league tonight. Been a very eventful evening here for our Thursday night hockey edition of our Shark City Hockey premium live stream big shout out and thank you to everyone who's been here for every moment of this live stream. Almost 4 hours now, 3 hours and 44 minutes and counting. Thank you to everyone who's made a comment in the comments section, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or X. I am Aaron James, creative of Shark City Hockey, and your host for this watch along party with real-time reaction to the action. San Jose Sharks lost this game 7-3 to the Colorado Avalanche, but honestly, we're excited to see our guys get back home for an 8-game homestand to pretty much practically finish up the month of March. Colorado Avalanche sweep the season series. They won all 3 meetings between the two clubs. First 2 games were in San Jose on October 20th. They defeated the Sharks 4-1. And on December 19th, they defeated the Sharks 4-2. Tonight here in Denver, Colorado, the San Jose Sharks fall to the Avalanche yet again by a final score of 7-3. Next game for the San Jose Sharks is at home against the New York Islanders. It's going to be a 7 o'clock face-off time, if I'm not mistaken, or scheduled puck drop time on a Saturday night. So 8 consecutive games. The trade deadline is tomorrow. So on that note, one last invitation for all of you out there. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time till about 1 p.m. Pacific time. All right, we're going to have ourselves a super show here. Courtesy of Frostbitten and the San Jose Sharks podcast, our flagship podcast here at Shark City Hockey. Join Tyler Castillo, Mike Hahn, and yours truly, Aaron James, for our first ever trade deadline show live. We will cover all the trades that went down for the San Jose Sharks over the past couple of days, including any last moment trades that will go down tomorrow. We'll react to some of the other trades around the league. And of course, you can get your reaction and your take to how you feel about the landscape changing in Sharks territory or your specific club in the National Hockey League tomorrow by dropping a comment in the chat. So again, tomorrow, Frostbitten Fridays is back with the NHL trade deadline show, and I'm inviting all of you out there right now to be a part of that as well. All right. With that being said, fam, I'm Aaron James. It has been an absolute pleasure bringing you another banger from Shark City Hockey. This has been our presentation of Shark City Hockey's Thursday Night Hockey live stream. Thank every single one of you out there, all 300 plus of you, for making this the top trending live stream in Sharks territory. Because of every single one of you, Shark City Hockey's premium live streams are the number 1 trending live streams presented by genuine diehard Sharks fans. And whether you're a fan of the Sharks, whether you're a fan of just sports betting, or you're a fan of the other clubs, I just want to say thank you for being a part of tonight. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Don't forget, we officially now do watch-along parties for the San Jose Barracuda. So be on the lookout for that. The best way to stay on top of all of our fresh content is to follow us on social media at Shark City Hockey. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. Double tap that screen if you're watching us on X and make it rain hearts. Follow us on X. Thank you to the 2100 plus strong on that platform. If you came to this stream from the link on our Instagram, thank you to the 7,600, almost 60, excuse me, not 76, 6,700, almost 6,800 strong on Instagram. I encourage all of you out there to follow us on Instagram because that is home to our inspirational, influential, most relatable San Jose Sharks fan-led content. I'm Aaron James signing out for the rest of the evening. Y'all have yourself a great weekend. Trade deadline is tomorrow, 12 o'clock Pacific time. Sharks still got some moves to make. We'll be on top of that, and I cannot wait to connect with all you tomorrow. Until then, y'all have yourself a great rest of your evening.